Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cable Channel 15 TV. We are on the air, and it's at beautiful and legendary Greyhound Field, and it's the Newport Greyhounds and the Osceola Seminoles in a huge conference football game for both teams. Osceola still has a chance to win the conference championship. The Greyhounds do not, but Osceola plays tonight against the Greyhounds, and then they'll get Rivercrest next week, so they've got a couple of tough ones here down the stretch, but obviously right now undefeated in the conference. And I do want to say this. Last week I kept talking about the Rivercrest team being undefeated. I had actually forgotten that they had lost a football game early in the year, but they were undefeated in the conference. But anyway, it is Newport, Rivercrest, Osceola, Piggott, Hoxie. It looks like those are the guys that are going to be in, depending on what happens. But anyway, I think you could say that, but then lo and behold, we've got to go on the road to Manila next week and see what happens there. So David Black with Brian Prince. Hayden Schultz joins us, and, of course, Dan Klepeczka also behind the camera, and Ben Black doing all the producing and directing of the program. And we welcome Mr. Jeff Ellis back to the press box, Mr. John Miner, Mr. Frank Plaguey, who we haven't seen in some time here in this press box. But, guys, big football game here tonight. Brian, it's just a football game, simply that the Hounds have got to win for playoff seedings. We need a 3 seed. Oh,
I mean, without a doubt, the next two are crucial in what happens on Friday night, November the 10th. They're going to spread the ball out, and they can bring it in. They can run it up the gut. They're going to find out what's working for them. Hopefully, as we talked about last week, we've got to spread the field, to minimize their speed out there. Can't let any of the receivers get behind us. And if we do those two things, I think we'll be okay.
Hayden, there's no doubt that the Hounds got off to a great start last week, and anytime you get off to a start like that, you like your chances of winning. We need to see that again here tonight.
Well, like we said last week, it's going to be a lot like this week as well. You got to win the line of scrimmage. They're going to have big physical linemen that are going to try to push you, and like Brian said, they're going to run different offenses. Whatever's clicking, that's what they're going to go with. And you got to contain the speed on the outside, which hold this team. I would say that they are faster than Rivercrest from sideline to sideline. But a thing also, Rivercrest, they were kind of one-dimensional. They'd come in and run the wing tee, and then if they were going to throw it, they just threw Hail Mary. So, I mean, you knew what was coming. This team, they might come out double tight, run ace formation, run it down your throat, and if it doesn't work, they might go 5 wide. So you never know.
Now you see the meeting of the captains there at the center. It's senior night here at Greyhound Field, and the pregame is brought to you by the White River Medical Center Medical Complex in Newport. Specialty care you need is right here when you need it in Newport. The WRMC Medical Complex Newport has specialists currently seeing patients in the areas of cardiology, general surgery, pain management, OB/GYN, oncology, orthopedics, urology, and wound care. The complex also includes primary care services, cardiac and pulmonary rehab, MRI, an X-ray laboratory, and you see that Osceola has won the toss and deferred, so the Hounds will receive the football. But also a weekend after-hours clinic. For more information, call 870-512-2560 or stop by 2200 Malcolm Avenue in Newport, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at WRMC Medical Complex in Newport. And, of course, Arkansas still associates for many years being the pregame sponsor here for Cable 15 TV and the Newport Greyhounds, and we certainly thank Arkansas Steel for being the great corporate sponsor that they are. And once again, they say congratulations to the Greyhounds. The Ram Truck Center, Scott Wood Ram Truck Center halftime show immediately following the end of the first half, and then the Subway Coaches Show at the end of the contest, and the George Kell Motor Company Player of the Game at the contest at the end of the contest also. And then we'll be looking for the Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week, and we've had some good hits last week and lots of folks that qualified for that hit. But guys, we're about less than a minute away from getting started here. Newport gets the football first. What do y'all think, Hounds? I know it's all depending on field position. They have a great kicker. First of all, talk about their kicker, Hayden.
Well, last year we got to know him a little bit. I was on the sideline with the 96-7 with Kevin Pierce and them, and talked to a little bit about the coaching staff, and they said they have a phenomenal kicker. I was told that he was getting recruited by big Division I's. I heard Auburn was in the mix, stuff like that. So the kid, and we saw it earlier, I mean, he can drill it from 40, 45. I mean, he's an excellent kicker, and Brian said earlier they like the onside kick like the Pulaski Academy does. And I like how we're getting the ball first again. This year, we 2 past games, we've gotten the ball to go hit them in the mouth early, and it's worked. So I'm excited to see the offense come out and see what we can do.
I got a text just a little while ago from former Greyhound quarterback Russell Lane, and he's over, in Rivercrest, so he has a pretty good idea. He says if we can stop number 3, we have a real good chance of winning this ball game, that they are centered around number 3.
You've watched a lot of film this week. What do the Hounds need to do offensively here on this first drive?
Offensively, I think if we just take it and run it at them, and kind of keep them off balance. John, Bradley did a great job of keeping them off balance, last week. And if he'll do that same mix-up, because whether it's, I know he put in a couple of additional screenplays. I think there's 3 screenplays in now. Things like that. It set the tone for the rest of the game last week. We were 3rd and 13 and pulled a screen, and it worked to perfection. And that was a difference in the game, in my opinion.
It was a big play early in the football game, and it was a play that I think catapulted us to a lot of momentum, and we just seized the momentum and just went on down the field and put 7 on the board. Opening kickoff brought to you by Harris Ford at 3710 South Van Dyke Road, exit 85 in Newport. Their phone number is 523-5559. Visit them on the website at harris-ford.com. Our commitment to customer service is second to none. A 5-time winner of the President's Award, and Harris Ford in Newport brings you the kickoff. And, of course, we talk about look for the onside kick.
This guy's got the ability to kick it back in the end zone every time, though.
Yes, he does. I watched him in pregame, and as Hayden mentioned, he was solid from 40 and booted one from 45. Tried a couple from 47. He kicks the ball real high, so he gets a lot of height on it. So, these guys will be down there covering rather well.
And there's the kickoff. Deep kick, fielded at the 5-yard line. Tariq Richardson. Tariq looking for a crease. Tariq trying to get outside. Tariq still on his feet. Tariq across the 40. Tariq, great block right there, Garrett Bonney. And we're going to get to the other 40 right there. Great return. And that's why I like the Hounds coming out and getting the ball first, because you set the momentum right there.
He broke a couple of tackles, made a couple of people miss. Running through some arm tackles there, my friend Brian.
Oh, man, he just he was like a deer, just bouncing around, getting behind his blockers. And, he was tackled on the 30-yard line back here and got loose.
Field position and turnovers is going to be the difference in this ballgame. Who is going to win the field position battle, and who's going to turn the ball over more?
Pretty good start for the Hounds.
1st and 10 for your Greyhounds. Joe Brodus getting the start at tailback. Cash Forrester at your quarterback position. Ball at the 40-yard line. O'Shea Pruitt at nutback position. And there's the snap. Just a fake. Cash looking to pass, and he's just going to throw it away. Great defense right there by number 3, and we're going to call his name a lot for Osceola. Got it listed him an athlete, cornerback, free safety, and like Brian and David both said at the beginning of the game, he's their playmaker.
Yeah, he just had him bottled up. He could not get loose and get out here into the flat.
This is a big defensive line for Osceola. We don't have it listed, but these guys are huge and strong and fast, very athletic group. Make it 2nd and 10. There's the snap. Hand off to Joe. Joe Brodus going to fight. Going to give him 3. Make it 3rd and 7 for the Hounds.
I like the way he kept his legs turning. He was trying to get every inch he could get.
Well, they play actually those 3 up front, and really what looks like a couple of outside linebackers. It could be defensive ends, and 2 solid linebackers in the middle, and their safeties play within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So they have 11 guys within 5 yards.
There's the snap. Cash going to look to pass. Cash throwing it deep. Garrett Bonney, I think, was trying to run the out. Garrett was supposed to run it out and up there. Cash throws it to the spot, and it's incomplete. Bring up 4th down. I like the first play, a little play action right there. Maybe get them slipping.
Boy, those front 3 right there, they are huge, aren't they? But I like the play calling. Also looks like the Hounds are going to go for it here on 4th down and 7 from the 37-yard line.
Big play right here for the Hounds. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. Cash got time, throws a bullet right there to Julius Clark. Julius Clark still on his feet. Great job, Julius Clark. Cash Forrester to Clark. We said it a lot last week.
Great fourth down pickup.
Well, he just got to a spot. Julius just got to a spot. Looked like man coverage up there. And the cornerback over there didn't want to get beat deep. And Julius got to his spot. He just stopped, and Cash throws a bullet.
Julius picking up where he left off last week.
Offensive line gave Cash plenty of protection there. We'll list them as soon as possible. 1st and 10 on the 23. There's the snap. Joe Brodus up the middle. No gain on the play.
Just a linebacker, right side linebacker, just reading that play to perfection. Nobody on him. He just comes up untouched and makes a tackle.
10:24 to go here in the opening quarter. Still scoreless. Greyhounds on their first possession of the game.
Zane Watkins still at your center. Connor Prince and Dalton Phillips at your guards, and Xavier Foster and Alex Emery at your tackles. There's the snap. Cash looking. Fakes. Cash is hitting the backfield and sacked. Going to fake the tunnel screen right there, and Cash is going to try to throw it over the top. 60 for the Seminoles with the sack.
Bring up a 3rd and 16.
Ball be placed at the 29-yard line after the sack.
9:40 to play in the first quarter. We have no score. This is the opening possession of this football game. We knew we would see a quality football team here tonight, obviously.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Here comes motion. Hand off to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus still on his feet. Joe Brodus going to get to about the 25-yard line.
Down at 12 for Newport.
Make it 4th and 12 for the Hounds.
32, Titus Harris. Obviously, the Hounds are going to go again here. Thought they tried to pop that one up in there for a big one.
Another big 4th down for the Greyhounds. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. Cash going to throw it deep. He's got Julius Clark. Julius Clark, big play right there again.
Got a flag
but
down.
We do have a flag on the opposite side of the field. We will wait.
See what it is. Hopefully it's offsides against those guys.
22 on the play. There's a flag on the play.
Wow. Illegal procedure.
Yep.
Well, they should have stopped. Don't they stop the play on that?
It should be stopped, yes.
It was a late flag, too.
And usually they will blow it dead.
Yeah.
But Forrester looking to Clark again. And now the punt team will come out on 4th and 17. Osceola's offsides right now. The ball's behind them. Cash Forrester going to punt it. Xavier Foster going to be your long snapper. Said Cash can pin them deep here. Osceola has nobody deep. There's the snap. Cash just a quick punt. And James Dixon tries to, but it's going to be a touchback.
Well, that's when you decide, you had the ball at the 25-yard line and you went for it on 4th down and long, and then you're back to the 30. You only got penalized 5 yards. You kick in, you only get a net of 10.
8:23 to go, opening quarter. Osceola coming onto the field for their first possession of the game. Still scoreless.
Newport defense must run to the football.
Yeah, you have to tackle. There's no arm tackling tonight.
Hound's going to run a 3 front. There's the snap, just a handoff up the middle. He's met. Great job. Dalton Phillips is going to bring him down first. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Emery.
Alex Emery, number 50. Great play.
And Tydrell normally, when we run this man coverage, will be in the middle of the field, but he's going to shade to number 3 here. The athlete for the Seminoles, make it 2nd and 10. There's the snap, fake the handoff, play action. He's pressured. Alex just missed him. He's going to get outside. He's got some room. The Hounds are finally going to bring him down at the 33-yard line, making a first down for the Seminoles.
Sam's Diner at the bright yellow building in downtown Newport. Lunch served 5 days a week. Breakfast in the morning. Sam's Diner. You can call your order in, carry it out, 523-2373, or you can come in and eat some great lunch with Sam and all the crew.
First and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Three's going to go to tailback now for the Seminoles. There's the snap. He's looking to pass, just going to throw it out. Alberto Garcia trying to fight off. He's got some space. He's going to try to get pushed out of bounds by James Dixon.
Two things, they were holding on the corner that wasn't called, and also we missed a tackle right at the line of scrimmage, but give those guys credit for tremendous execution.
Just cannot let them get outside.
Osceola going to run a hurry up here. Ball at the 29-yard line going in. First and 10. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle to 2. He's met by a host of Hounds. They finally blow the whistle dead.
Every crew is different on that. I mean, they took, 5 and 10 minutes to blow it last week.
Osceola quickly, no huddle to the line of scrimmage again. 6:49 to play first quarter, no score. Osceola's first offensive possession.
Give him one on the play, make it 2nd and 9. Here's motion, going to have an empty backfield. He's going to throw the screen again to 85. It is incomplete.
Boy, that had some mustard on it.
Yeah, they had a play set up.
A lot of times that's what happens when you get in a hurry.
3rd and 9 for Osceola Seminoles.
We've seen our defense all year long be great on 3rd and 4th down. Three's the guy who's in the slot on the left-hand side.
He's pressured. Quarterback just going to keep it. Still on his feet. Looks like he'll be short of the first down. We'll wait on a spot up here, but I believe it's going to be short.
Yep, he's signaling in 4th down.
That's 4th and 1. Osceola going heavy set to the right, 3 in at quarterback. Try to go dead play, doesn't work.
Yeah, they're going to their right. Power set there.
There's the snap. 3 slips in the backfield. They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's going to be a hold for the Newport Greyhounds. Yeah, they went to the left. They fooled me and fooled themselves.
Say 3's knee touched in the backfield as he slipped up.
Great stop by the Hounds with 5:44 to play, and the Hound offense will come back on. The football game is brought to you by White River Area Agency on Aging at 1200 Highway 367 North in Newport next to Glass Plus, and by Ben Black's Used Cars and Ben Black's Lawn Care Service. Skycap, Sky-Fi WhisperNet, $19.99. And by Dr. Jeff Angel, orthopedic surgeon at Medical Park Orthopedic Clinic in Batesville.
And blow a whistle. The sideline warning on Osceola. It looked like the Hounds were going to go heavy set there to the left. Garrett Body coming in at tight end. O'Shea going to be at the nub back position. Still 1st and 10 for your Hounds.
Come on, Hounds.
The ball at the 25-yard line. Monquel Cox in the ball game at running back position. There's the snap. Monquel up the middle. Monquel still on his feet. Going to be a first down for the Greyhounds. Great job, Monquel Cox.
Made that change from thunder to lightning.
He hits the hole so hard and he's so explosive.
5:37 to play here in the first quarter. We have no score. The Hounds' second time with the football.
Ball at the 38-yard line for your Hounds. Here's the snap. Monquel again trying to get outside. Monquel Cox. Great pursuit right there for the Seminoles.
That's just speed on speed right there.
What a great gain on first down of 4 yards. Bring up second down and 6. We're under 5 minutes to play in the quarter. You'll take 4 every time.
Get 4 every time, you're eventually going to get in the end zone.
Absolutely.
Second and 6, ball on the 42-yard line. There's a snap. Cash going to look to pass. Cash throwing it over the middle. Hits the defender in his hands, and Garrett Body comes in there and breaks it up. Great job by Garrett Body.
You know, I was wondering how this big defensive line would affect our offensive line. They're not backing down a bit.
Bring up 3rd and 6. Ball still at the 42. Yeah, I like to watch the offensive line, and I watched Alex Emery right there take his defensive end and just wash him right out of the play.
3rd down and 6.
There's motion. Garrett Body on the jet sweep. Garrett Body got some room. Garrett Body still on his feet. Garrett Body going to be first down and more. I love
that play call.
I love jet sweep.
Well, the one thing that it does, it gets an athlete with the football in motion going the other way, and it's just it's a play that can be very, very effective against a defense that can run. And those guys scouting us, we haven't seen that this year very much. So Osceola's not thinking we're going to run anything like that. They saw a fake last week, and I guarantee the one we faked last week sets up the one this week.
1st and 10, ball at the 47 going in for the Hounds. There's the snap. Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus has got a hole. Joe Brodus runs over a guy. Joe Brodus.
There's your first nomination for the collision.
Oh, yeah.
For the Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week, Joe Brodus.
There you go, on the offensive side.
Yes, sir.
I know you like that, Hayden.
Can you get it with a ball in your hand, David?
Yes, sir.
Has that ever happened?
I know,
It
sir.
just did.
1st and 10, ball at the 31. Here's the snap. Go back to Joe. Joe's hitting the backfield and brung down. Be no gain. Make it 2nd and 10.
Here comes your screen. I feel the screen coming.
Monquel's checking into the ball game. Brian might be right here. We'll see.
It'll slow that, defensive pursuit down for a while, because this is about the time we did it last week.
2nd and 10, ball at the 31 for the Hounds. There's the snap. He throws it out to Monquel in the flat. Monquel's hit. Monquel's still on his feet. Great job, Monquel Cox.
Did we have a flag out here? Yeah, we got a flag. Well, he's pointing towards Osceola.
They're going to sort it out here and decide what we're going to do.
3:26 to go in the opening quarter. Scoreless. Hounds with their second possession of the night. Got a breeze in our face.
Only thing you think's a legal procedure or offsides on the defense, especially backside there.
Yeah, with the sideline judge over here throwing the flag.
Unsportsmanlike on Osceola.
It had to come from the sideline. I don't think it happened on the field because we didn't see anything. Had to come from the sideline. Huge call for the Newport Greyhounds. We got to take this one in. We got to get some points right here.
Do you think it was on the sideline?
I really do.
I didn't see anything on this side of the field.
No.
Of course, my eyes were going to that side of the field because we had the ball on that side.
Well, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the flag fly 20 feet up in the air.
First and 10, ball at the 13. Here's the handoff, Monquel. Monquel cutting back in. Monquel going to pick up a few on the play.
He's going to get down to the 10.
The 10-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Give Monquel 3 on that play, make it 2nd and 7.
Tremendous closing speed by the Osceola defense. 3:08 to play, first quarter, no score. Hounds knocking on the door.
I think that our drive started on our own right around the 25-yard line.
Ball be placed at the 10-yard line for the Hounds. 2nd and 7. Joe Brodus checking in the ball game. Here's motion. There's the snap. Going to look. He's going to throw it deep. Julius Clark just overthrown.
Had him open.
When you see that motion, immediately as a defensive back, you're thinking that's the guy that we're going to throw to, and Julius sneaks behind and Cash just overthrows him. But I noticed on that play, Osceola runs a similar defense to what we do. They run man coverage a lot. And right there, their free safety, normally who's in the middle of the field, goes over and stars Julius Clark we did with their athlete.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they watched last week's film and said, 21 can't get loose. Bring up 3rd and 7 for the Hounds. There's the snap. Handoff to the right. Joe Brodus going to get inside the 5-yard line where they're marking. 4th and 2 for the Hounds.
Shoestring tackler, he's in the end zone.
2:20, clock moving, first quarter, no score. Hounds 4th down and 2 right here. You expect the old long count here first, don't you guys?
There's the snap, try to get him. Osceola is in man coverage. We'll see what we'll do here. Ball at the 5-yard line, 4th and 2. Hand off to Joe Brodus. That's got to be a first down.
Just inside the 3. It's going to be close.
Oh, we got this. Depending on the we're backing us up a little now.
Might have to call the chains out for a measurement.
Wow. First down. Come on, Greyhounds. 1:53 remaining first quarter. Been a great drive for the Hounds. Can we cap it off with some numbers?
Really shocked they didn't measure that one as close as it
I
looked.
think you should have.
Yeah.
First and goal for the Hounds. Got the diamond formation. There's a handoff to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus
in the end zone.
Yes!
Keeping them off balance. We go 3 back there with O'Shea, Tariq, and Joe Brodus, and just hand it off to Joe. And the Hounds covered some more real estate right there.
75 yards worth. Yes, sir, baby. Bratcher Real Estate, Malcolm Avenue in Newport. Mary Bratcher and all her gang, Carol Ann and Lauren. Hounds go up 6-0 with 1:38 to play. Hounds covering 75 yards. That was a great offensive drive, Brian Prince.
Yes, sir.
Rolando Nogues for the extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Rolando is good.
Snuck it through.
Spencer Murphy
and Xavier Foster. Spencer did a great job. That was actually kind of a high snap getting it down there.
1:38 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds strike first, lead 7-0.
Robert Turner at 2802 Stegall Road, financial advisor for Edward Jones. Robert Turner, number 62 in your program, number 1 in your heart. We love our former Greyhound, Robert Turner. Mark Hadley report, sponsored by Subway at the end of the broadcast and the Kell Motors player of the game. At the end of the game's also brought to you by Farmers Tire Mart, where the rubber meets the road. Tires for cars, trucks, trailers, tractors, ATVs, lawnmowers, and more at Farmers Tire Mart. Newport Auto Body Shop collision of the week. Joe Brodus offensively now in the clubhouse with that. And coming up at halftime, the Scottwood Ram Truck Center halftime report with Richard Buffalo. Bank of England Mortgage Company, Kenny Thaxton, he's in the Village Mall. His phone number is 495-3931, or his cell phone is 501-590-3346. If you need a mortgage for your home, give Kenny a call. Kenny loves the Newport Greyhounds.
Here's a Harris Ford kickoff. Kick off your fall savings at Harris Ford. High kick. Finally going to field it at the 25, and he's hit. Great job right there by the Hounds. Get him down at the 30-yard line. It's the T. Right there, I expect us to go onside tonight because you got to do some things that you normally don't do. But they had 3 guys on the far end because they know here comes the sky kick, so they're going to set up. There was nobody from hash to hash in the middle of the field. So why not hit an onside kick, something like that?
Good coach like that will notice that. Our guys will notice that. I'm talking about you. You coached a lot of that, a lot of football.
You don't kick off in Pee Wee, though.
But you watch football on TV, don't
Absolutely.
you? Absolutely you do.
I watch the Hogs. That's not much football, but 1st and 10, ball at the 30-yard line for Osceola.
It will get better.
There's the snap, fake the handoff, play action. He's got a man open. Great play call right there. That's the thing that Hoxie exposed us on was the play action, just running the seam route with a slot receiver.
And we didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him.
Osceola, no huddle again on this series. 1st and 10, ball at 48. They snap it. Was not expecting it. And that's a big break right there for the Hounds.
I don't care who you are, you don't want to be behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd and 22 after that.
To the tune of 12 extra yards. 1:03 to play, 2nd down at 22. Let's pin our ears back and have a little heat right here, guys.
Ball at the 37-yard line. Try to go dead play there.
O'Shea's coming.
Here he comes. He's looking to pass. Got a man out in the flat. 3's going to catch it. Tariq Richardson, great pursuit right there. A great tackle.
He's out there on an island by himself and makes that tackle because if he don't, that young man's going a distance.
As a cornerback there, the first thing you've got to guard against, the first thing is the quick out pattern. Then you got to think down, out, and down. The guy, quick out, up the field, and you have a lot of responsibility. When you get on that island, it's you and that guy right there, Brian. It's you and him.
It's athlete on athlete.
3rd and 17. Huge play for the Hound defense coming up.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
Last play of the 1st quarter, under 9 seconds.
And there's the snap. He's going to look to pass again. Going to throw it to 3, and it's overthrown.
That bad snap just derailed their possession right there.
Well, anytime you lose 12 yards on a play, it's going to make it very, very difficult for your offense to gain that back. But at least the Hounds hold right there. We will get another play in because of the incompleted pass. 2 seconds to play, 7-0. We're in the 1st quarter here. 2 seconds to play in that quarter. 7-0 Greyhounds lead, and hopefully we'll get the ball back if we field the punt.
4th and 17. There's the high snap. It goes over his head. Here comes Julius Clark. Julius Clark. He jumps on it. Greyhounds are going to get the ball inside the 10-yard line.
That's
1st and goal.
2 snaps in that possession just hurt them.
That's an effort play for Julius Clark.
You could see him coming. You saw him with the football there, and he said, I'm going to get to the football first. Of course, it didn't matter who got there first, but those guys could pick it up and run it back the other way. It's going to be our ball either way, but great hustle by Julius Clark.
Hounds are coming out. It will start the 2nd quarter. That'll end the 1st quarter with your Hounds leading 7-0 over the Osceola Seminoles.
NEDC, Newport Economic Development Commission, and NEDC working for all of us, helping with the area economy, and we strive for new business and jobs, and we work hard with our existing plants and employers. And also want to remind everybody about Drive on November the 11th at from 9:30 to 11 in the morning. The unveiling of the Veterans Memorial Walkway in downtown Newport should be a tremendous event for Newport, Arkansas. What a beautiful park that we have put in down there. Beautiful stage. If you haven't been down to Newport, Arkansas lately, haven't been to downtown, take a trip by. First of all, come by the school and look at the big Greyhound on front of the gymnasium over here, and then drive downtown and look at all the lights and the new park and the new walkways. It's just absolutely gorgeous down there, and they're doing more. But on November the 11th, please join us to honor our veterans that have served our country from our community.
We just have to cap this off right here. We have to finish this.
1st and goal with the ball on the 7-yard line. And Joe Brodus going to be at your tailback position.
And another's official timeout for something.
something we don't normally see. Tariq Richardson out at wide receiver here down at the bottom of the screen. And he's on an island with the guy.
He's got the speed to cut it inside.
Little pistol set. Cash looking to pass. Cash has got Julius.
Yes!
Touchdown.
Yes!
Julius Clark made everything on that drive happen.
He did that. Well, 7-yard drive. We didn't make a lot of real estate, but it's another branch of real estate touchdown for sure. And Cash Forster, this kid has got an arm on him, and with given time to throw, he is excellent.
I was talking earlier last week about more of getting Cash out of the pocket, some bootlegs, some play action. I think he's tailor-made for stuff like that.
He threw that ball well then.
Here's the snap, hold, kick, and it is good. Rolando Noguez for the extra point.
Greyhound luncheon each and every Monday at Unity Health Harris Medical Center, located at 1205 McLean Street. And, of course, all their great services that they provide. You can Google Harris Medical Center to find out more about our hospital of choice, Unity Health Harris Medical Center. City of Newport, the Newport Recycling Center, open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Y'all know what all they handle down there. If you've got stuff that you need to take down there, you can do so. Drop off at any time. The bins are available after hours. City of Newport Recycling, supporting the Newport Greyhounds. El Puente, great food. You never leave there hungry. The fajitas, the fajita taco salads, the fajita nacho supreme, delicious lunch specials. They've got it all. And tremendous service, excellent service at El Puente Restaurant. You can call your order in at 523-2369. You can call it in and drive through and pick it up, or you can come dine with us, because that's where all your friends and neighbors are at El Puente. Jackson's Funeral Home, and here's the Harris Ford kickoff coming right up.
Go see Harris Ford, what they'd like to have you. High kick. Great return right there, but a great tackle by Monquel Cox. David, again, they had the middle of the field open, so expect that later in the game for the Seminoles.
Well, you know that these guys have speed enough when you kick it to them, even with a kind of a pooch kick or the long kick. They have the ability to take it to the distance. So sometimes you think, maybe one of those little quick onside kicks might get you the football back. May not be such a gamble. Come on, defense.
1st and 10 with the ball at the 45-yard line. Trips to the top of your screen. 3 is by himself down here with Garrett Body. There's the snap. He's just going to throw the quick screen. Julius Clark going to wrap him up. Great job, Julius. That is a tough play, throwing from hash to numbers right there for Osceola.
Yeah, and it's just a great play by Julius Clark. He has been phenomenal the last couple of weeks. This kid is playing at an all-state level.
Yeah, Tariq comes in and helps clean that one up, because he sure was trying to get loose. Because we have to play good defense. You're not going to get 2 gifts like they gave us their last possession every time.
Not this ball team, no way.
No.
2nd and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. Here comes motion. Jet sweep. Tydrell Fryer going to wrap him up, and then here comes the host of hounds, finally going to get him down short of a first down.
Going to bring up a big 3rd down for them.
I expect them to run that a lot more. That is such a hard play when a kid's that fast. He's full speed, and you're standing there flat. I mean, you're on your toes, but at the same time, that kid's full speed.
Absolutely. Tremendous advantage for a kid that can run.
And once you start bumping like that, that's when they underneath and stuff like that. So pay attention to that. 3rd and 2.
Heavy set to the right again.
For Osceola, 3 at the quarterback.
There we go.
That's going to be 3rd and 7. Offensive guard jumped. 10:28 to play in this first half. 14-0 Greyhounds.
O'Shea Pruitt is back. I mean, he is so football smart. He was moving Joe around, moving people that are down on the line to where he can, make his penetration.
They'll go back to the spread offense right here and make it a throwing situation on 3rd and 7.
Like you talked about with Coach Hinesley, he is defensive coordinator, head coach, but he mainly works with the linebackers, and he was our defensive coordinator, and he's got those linebackers to read keys and do their job, because I played with 2 good linebackers he coached.
Look at this set here.
Going to have a quad set to the bottom of the screen. There's the snap. He's looking to pass, going to throw it incomplete.
Sometimes the circus doesn't work.
Absolutely.
And Joe Brodus got a big hit right there on their quarterback. We only rushed 3.
A punting situation for the Seminoles, and the Hounds defensively been good again. Really helped with the 5-yard illegal procedure penalty on their offensive guard on 3rd down and 2. It's the little things sometimes that make a difference.
Here's the snap. Good snap this time. Good kick as well to Garrett Body. Garrett going to field it at the 10-yard line. Garrett Body then brought down at the 20. 10-yard return for Garrett Body. We need a long, successful drive right here to end this half.
9:59 to play in the first half, 14-0 in favor of the Greyhounds, and the game is brought to you by the Jackson's Funeral Home. Our family serving your family at the 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue. In Norman and Baker Pharmacy, that's where I do my pharmacy business. Mary Davis and crew, 2200 Malcolm in the same building as the White River Medical Complex. Convenient drive-through windows, what I like, plus their professional service at Norman Baker Pharmacy. M&P Bank, main office 2nd and Hazel Street. Their phone number is 523-3601. The Solution Center in downtown Newport. And the latest expansion to downtown Newport is the M&P Insurance and Investment Services new location on the corner of Front and Laurel Street.
There's the snap, 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Monquel cuts back. They're going to get us on a hold on the flag. And Hunter Hurst checking into the ball game, one of those sophomores getting in. Had the left guard. Dalton Phillips will check back in.
Again, that's something you don't want to do, is start out behind the sticks.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty. And back the Hounds up.
From the spot of the foul, which is about the 21, so they'll mark off 10 to the 11.
Now you got to have ball security real good here.
9:52 remaining in the first half. Hounds will have 1st down and 19. You don't have to get it all on one down. You got 3 downs to get it.
And there's the snap, hand off to Monquel. Monquel got a crease, going to pick up.
Monquel Cox on the carry up to the
Gonna get 6.
yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
Good play. That's a good play.
Dalton having issues.
Make it 2nd and 14, ball at the 16-yard line for the Hounds.
Come on, Hounds.
You got to get a chunk right here. Make it 3rd manageable. Here's a bunch trips look to the bottom of your screen. There's the snap. Cash rolling out. Cash looking. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I just almost intercepted. Probably should have been the second time tonight. Should have been intercepted by Osceola.
9:02 to go here in the second quarter. Hounds up 14-0 over the Osceola Seminoles, but they are backed up in deep in their own end.
3rd and 14 from their own 16.
Cash looking for Julius Clark again. Hunter Hurst checking back into the ball game now. Like Dalton
didn't want to come out. He was trying to wave them off. That's that gritty player we talk about every week.
3rd and 14 for your Greyhounds. Monquel at the tailback position. Timeout for the Greyhounds.
That's a real good timeout right there.
No doubt. I mean, John Bradley had the play called, and when our kids come to the line of scrimmage, he saw what defense that they were going to be in. And he said, well, what I've got called here won't work, so let's call timeout, maybe get into something else. 9:02 remaining here in the first half. Hounds lead 14-0. Ball game's brought to you by Lindley Health and Rehab Center. They're located at 326 Lindley Lane right here in Newport. And Mark Martin Power Sports and Marine, Batesville Boulevard. MarkMartinPowersports.com is where you can go and find all their inventory, new and used inventory. Lots of ATVs, used ATVs on their website. And of course, they do Honda, Arctic Cat, Textron Off-Road, Spartan lawnmowers, commercial lawnmowers, handle boats, low, edge, Dodge, ambush, outboard motors, handles grills, dirt bikes. And they've got a big buck extravaganza going on right now where you can win upwards of a couple of $1,000. Go by Mark Power Sports and Marine in Batesville for all the details.
3rd and 14. He's going to look for Monquell out in the flats. Monquell still on his feet. Monquell Cox. Big chunk right there.
That's why Coach John Bradley called the timeout.
There you go.
He got them in something. He got them in something that he knew would work. He got them exposed right there.
And first down for the Greyhounds.
That's as big a 3rd down as it was last week on the screen.
Yes.
Because we were pinned back. That flops the field right there.
Yeah, matter of fact, you punt right there, and they're going to get the ball at the 50, 45-yard line.
Yep.
1st and 10 ball at the 32. Excuse me, 37-yard line. There's Joe Brodus. Tough running Joe Brodus finally brought down at the 40.
41-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
Just a good, solid run. I'm proud of our offensive line to this point.
Yeah, battling up front. Just
those boys are big.
Well-schooled group.
Look at 60, 51, 54.
And we're an undersized offensive line.
We are undersized.
8:15 to play in the first half. 14-0 in favor of the Greyhounds.
2nd and 6 for the Hounds.
Uh-oh.
Was it bad?
There's you.
Just snapping it. Joe Brodus is going to jump on it.
Smart play.
Well, there's a flag on the play.
I think the Hounds might have been in motion, and if they were in motion, it should have stopped the play on the perimeter. If they jump out there, it should be a motion penalty. It should have been a dead ball. Let's see what they call here.
False start.
They're going to call false start. They will decline it.
Back around the 22-yard line.
Again, I thought the play was dead then.
There is a difference between a motion penalty and an illegal procedure penalty, and a motion penalty is not a dead ball.
Okay.
And the illegal procedure is a dead ball, is what I thought. And I could be just the opposite of that. It could be.
3rd and 25 for the Hounds. There's the snap. Just going to hand it off to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus not down, then finally brought down.
Well, what happened on that play a while ago? We put something happen out on the perimeter. Somebody kind of, obviously we jumped, and when they did, Cash looked that way. And when Cash looked that way, we snapped the football.
7:24 to go. 2nd quarter. Your Hounds up 14-0.
3 is back deep for Osceola. Trying to keep it away from that guy. 4th and 20.
And if you don't do anything else, just kick it out of bounds. Don't kick it to 3.
High snap. Cash going to field it. High kick.
Good kick.
And 3's not going to field it. And it's going to take a good bounce at the 40-yard line.
Great kick.
7 minutes to go. 2nd quarter. 14-0.
Sonic drive in. New in Newport. Great service. I just can't get over that. I get the double cheeseburger, mustard, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes, pickled onion. Usually get onion rings, sometimes tater tots. But I really like to top it off with
cheese sticks.
Well, I like a few little cheese sticks too, and then I go on to the Oreo Sonic Blast, and I don't get the medium and I don't get the large. I say, look, I don't care what kind of largest cup in the house you have, just give me the largest cup in the house and give me double Oreo, please. And it sure is good at the Sonic.
1st and 10 ball at the 40-yard line for Osceola. There's the snap. Going to field. He's looking to pass. Alex Emery just missed him. He's going to throw it deep on his front foot. Incomplete.
Had a lot of room to run, but he saw 2 guys streaking behind our secondary. Decided to go for all of it.
Man, we were on his heels too. We got a hand on his back.
Yeah, he threw that ball 40 yards, and he's still on the run.
2nd and 10.
So now they're going under center, wing T formation. 2nd and 10. There's motion. Just a toss play to 1. Great pursuit right there.
That was number 1 on the carry.
Julius Clark and O'Shea Pruitt
51, Zane Watkins.
are not going to get their names called, but they did their job, and Zane Watkins comes and cleans it up.
They actually had 2 guys moving at once there. but I'll take the result of the play.
Yeah, that would be illegal, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
6.5 to play, 14-0. Hounds lead here in the first half. Hold them, Hounds.
3rd and 9, ball at the 41 for the Seminoles.
There's Seminoles everywhere. They got 16 receivers out there.
There's the snap. He's going to look to pass. Going to 85 on the far side of the field. He's brought down by Garrett Body.
Some discussion going on here. Garrett Body saying maybe he got pushed off. Didn't get the call.
I think Garrett was saying that he did not catch the ball.
Okay.
After the catch, it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 48.
Quarterback's got an arm.
Here's the snap, fake handoff, play action. Going to throw it to one. O'Shea threw it.
Shea.
Number 3 was running to go right there, and he was open.
O'Shea just climbed the ladder right there and got that ball. What an effort. That was just an effort play. 5:54 to go in the second quarter. Hounds up 14-0. 2nd and 10 for Osceola.
And here's the snap, just a handoff to 2 to the right side. 2 still on his feet. Joe Brodus lays out and doesn't pick him up. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Osceola. There's the speed that we talked about earlier, and they've got a lot of guys who can do it.
We missed 2 tackles.
A big play potential with this offense, and then you do miss a couple of tackles, and it's going to cost you some points right here. With 5:42 to play, Osceola is on the board. We're in the first half.
Going to line up for the extra point. That kicker's a big old guy, too. There's a snap, good kick. Kick is up, and it is good.
Today's agriculture has changed, and it's more than planting and harvesting. And at ASU Newport, you'll experience new technology with our mobile precision ag lab, farm management software, and guided tractor systems. Learn the technical skills that you'll need to start your agricultural career with modern producers and agricultural industries. Get real-world, in-the-field experience with ASU Newport's agriculture technology program. Apply now at www.asun.edu and start your high-tech career in agriculture today. George Kelmotor, player of the game, Subway coaches report, and the Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week announced at the end of the broadcast.
This is one of those times where you need to go and answer. You got to respond right here. You don't want them to have any momentum going into half.
Here is the kick. It is deep. Fielded at the 5-yard line for Tariq. Tariq still going outside. Tariq Richardson, there's a flag on the play. But Tariq is still on his feet. Tariq Richardson. Tariq stiff arm and then finally brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
What a run, what an effort by Tariq. But normally when you see that flag, it's normally a block in the back. Wow. Holding. 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 Wow. 5:24 remaining. The Hounds will be penalized from the point of the holding penalty. I've been watching those guys hold all night. But anyway, it is what it is. First down and 10 from their own 22. We need to move some clock and get some more numbers on the board.
Worst case scenario, you got to go into half 14-7.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, ball marked at the 22-yard line after the penalty. Here comes motion. Fake to Garrett, handoff up the middle to Monquel Cox. Give him 3, make it 2nd and 7 for the Hounds.
5:10 in the half, clock moving. Hounds up 14-7.
Here's the snap. Handoff to Monquel. He's hit the backfield. There's a fumble. Number 3 is going to pick it up and run in the end zone. Touchdown, Osceola. Busted play from the get-go, and they make us pay.
Yeah, Tariq ran into Cash, and it was just not a good exchange, and the ball went to the ground once Tariq got hit. And Osceola is quickly, and I mean quickly, close to tying this thing up.
Osceola going to line up for the extra point.
We're waiting on the officials to walk a ball into
the Geritol game we've got tonight.
There's the snap, good hold, and we're going to block it. O'Shea Pruitt with the block. And that's effort right there to still give the lead to the Hounds 14-13.
Amazing, we talk about the little things. The holding penalty that cost us about 50 or 60 yards in field position, and then one play, busted play, and they pick it up, run it in for a touchdown. The little things in the game that determine who wins the game sometimes are overlooked. 14-13 is our score. The Hounds are still in the lead, thankfully, and with a chance right here. Let's hope you get good field position on the return. Hounds have had some success returning these kickoffs. We haven't seen an onside kick from Ose. We've expected that throughout the night. Kids were out there, and then they called them back. That may be one of those situations where they call them back and say, okay, now's the time to run an onside kick. I would be more leery of it here than I have been all night.
If he lines up equal, just about equal to the line, the 40-yard line, that's when they do it. But
the kicker?
Yes, sir.
There's the kick. He is going to kick it deep. Tydrell's going to field it at the 5-yard line. Tydrell trying to get over. Tydrell going to get to about the 19-yard line.
4:42 to go. Second quarter. Hounds up 14-13. O'Shea Pruitt blocking the extra point, being the difference in the game.
Hounds need to get some positive plays right here. Move some clock. Get some points.
You expect this going into the ball game, you know it's going to be a 4-quarter ball game.
Should be with two great teams like these are.
1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 20-yard line after the kickoff return. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. He's got O'Shea in the flat. O'Shea was already moving, thought he caught it. It was running up the sideline.
Dennis Neal, all surface resurfacing, 870-664-1224, doing a lot of commercial in work with architects and construction companies. 20 years experience in construction and refinishing. He's the state vendor for refinishing school bathrooms and locker rooms. You need some commercial building, concrete polishing, give Dennis Neal a call. He's the man at Dennis Neal, all surface resurfacing, 870-664-1224.
What a run.
Joe Brodus.
It's a
Should be
first
a
down.
first down.
Yep. Great run. He just put his head down and let his legs do the work.
4.5 to play, 14-13 our score. Hounds leading the football game.
Another first down for the Greyhounds. Ball at the 30-yard line. Trips to the top of your screen. Zaywin Smith all by himself down here. There's the snap. Gonna throw the tunnel. There's Garrett Body. Great job by Garrett Body. Catch and get upfield. That's a great block on the perimeter right there. Make sure that guy doesn't make the play on Garrett.
Pickup of 7, 2nd and 3 coming up at the 3:50 mark.
And something we hadn't talked about, Cash is not going to the sideline for every play.
Hadn't noticed.
There's the snap. Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus still on his feet. Joe Brodus. First down and more. Joe Brodus, tough running.
Just another great run by Joe.
What a tough kid. Just a hard runner, just a dedicated athlete. Good kid. Way to go, Joe Brodus. 3.5 to play.
There comes Cash back from the sideline.
I've been watching it for 7 plays, David. I wasn't lying to you.
He was tricking you, David.
Right
David, he was tricking you.
I watched it 7 plays to make sure that when I was going to say that, and he does it right there. 1st and 10, ball at the 46. Here's the snap. Joe Brodus again to the original line of scrimmage. Going to mark it a lost one. I'm sorry. Make it 2nd and 11. About a screenplay.
How about a Cash fake it to Joe and hit a corner?
Trips look again for the Hounds. Zaywin Smith by himself down here at the bottom of the screen. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. Fakes the screen and then just going to throw it out of bounds. Smart play by Cash there.
Yeah, had he thrown the first initial response time that he was going to throw, it would have been picked off or at least thrown right to an Osceola defender. So 3rd down and 11. The clock stops, 2:37 to go. Hounds need to get 11 here to continue the drive.
Joe Brodus still at the tailback position. O'Shea at that nut back on the left side of the screen. Here's the snap, just a handoff to Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus finally brought down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Osceola has 3 timeouts left. Let's see if they use any of them here. They don't know what Newport's going to do. Newport acts as if they're going to go for it.
I'm sure we're going to go dead play, let the clock roll down a little bit, and then call a timeout. But I could be wrong. 4th and 4 for the Greyhounds. There was the dead call, and then Coach Bradley will call a timeout under 2 minutes. 1:54 remaining in the ball game. 4th and 4 for the Greyhounds.
Well, I think my football wisdom would say you probably need to punt. But then again, all of those kids over there on the offense are saying, Coach, let's go for it. And a lot of times you listen to your kids and you believe in your kids and you do what maybe your kids want to do if they feel confident that they can get 4 yards. And it's always a great call if you go for it and make it, and then, and then we as announcers and fans will always question it if you go for it and you don't make it. I mean, that's part of it. But it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what these kids think, and it matters mostly what John Bradley's going to do in calling the play.
How about we come out in that diamond package with Tariq, Joe, and O'Shea. Get those 2 guys lead blocking for Joe Brodus and get a first down right here.
I'm in.
I'm for the screenplay. I still want to see it. Hey, don't forget, next week we play Thursday night. They have moved it back from Friday to Thursday night. Join us for Facebook Live prior to the game. We're going to be visiting with Alton Walker.
Tariq Richardson getting in the ball game at tailback. Here's the snap, fake to Tariq. And just going to throw it out the flat. O'Shea Pruitt. Great catch. First down and more.
What a call.
That's gutsy.
That's gutsy, and John Bradley throws, and O'Shea had two guys facing him and guarding him, and Cash puts it on the money.
They executed what Coach Bradley called.
Absolutely they did. Here's the play. This what'll work. If you guys will execute it, we'll keep the ball and get a first down. 1:47 to play. Clock stops.
Now we're on the move.
Yeah, 37, 38-yard line.
Big play. Big play.
Another 1st and 10
Clock
for your
moving
Hounds.
now. I thought he was out of bounds, but
there's the snap. Going to look to pass. Cash going to throw it deep, and it's overthrown. Smartly overthrown right there. That guy was on him.
Well, there was a reason he was on him. Julius got held up there.
Yeah, and Julius is looking at the official right now, saying he's
shaking his head. He got pushed off on a reception down here when he was playing D-back, linebacker.
And Tariq is in the ball game at tailback. Joe Brodus over there getting stretched out.
2nd down and 10 from the 38 with 1:26 to play in the first half.
There's the snap. There's the handoff. Tariq is hitting the backfield, and that's a big hit. Tariq is still on his feet. Tariq, you need to go down now. Tariq finally drugged to the ground. That reminds me of old Osceola football right there. Smash mouth, just coming up and hitting you and slamming you to the turf.
Can't believe that Osceola's not using any timeouts here.
They just did.
Yeah. Yeah, 3rd down and a long way. And
23.
I don't think on 3rd and 23 would be the time that I want Cash to run the football here, but it may be, because I'm telling you, this is really not the time. But on a short distance play, their defensive end is selling out completely. He's selling out completely to the initial, what looks like an option play. So they're selling out to Tariq. They're selling out to Joe Brodus. There's nobody out there to cover him. But obviously, I don't think on 3rd and 23 or 3rd and 25 it's a good call. Osceola has 2 timeouts left. Hounds have led throughout the first half. Would love to go to the half at least 14-13. No worse than that.
Third and long for the Greyhounds. Joe Brodus back at tailback. Here's the snap. Cash looking to pass. Joe Brodus, great block, and then they're going to throw it. O'Shea Pruitt, great catch, but there's a flag.
Bring it back. That's a bad call. He got him in the waist. He blocked him in the waist.
The only thing I can think of is one of our guys maybe and hit him first, and then Joe Brodus coming to hit him low, but Osceola will take the penalty. Back up the Hounds even more.
Can't fault Joe for that one.
3rd and 41 for the Hounds.
I think that's a first this year.
Timeout, Osceola.
Did the clock start?
Nah,
No,
51-5.
You can't.
I didn't think that it did. I was wondering why Osceola would call a timeout there, use one of their last 2. I thought maybe if they started the clock, which they shouldn't have started the clock, that Osceola called a timeout. Why would you use a timeout in that spot?
I guess trying to make sure they're all on the same page, because Coach is right out in the middle of them.
Sponsor Delta Trailers at Newport has been manufacturing the finest quality livestock equipment and cargo trailers since 1970.
I really don't know if you're not to question the coach by any stretch of the imagination, but
Nationwide and abroad.
my thought process would be, I don't have a clue what they're going to do on 3rd and 41, so I'm sorry. It's not like you know. And you can go out there and remind them, say you got to watch out for the screens, you got to watch out for the draw, don't get beat deep.
Off the 30-yard line, 3rd and 41. There's the snap, just hand off to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus still on his feet. Great run, Joe still staying on his feet.
Somebody blow it.
They finally do blow it dead. And Osceola calls a timeout, but if you don't call that timeout like we were talking about, then you stop the clock. You got one timeout, and you got a kicker that can drill it from 45.
Right.
How many have they taken?
They're finished now.
They're done, yeah.
Yeah, they'll get it off the board here in a little bit. Modern Woodman is about coming together and making positive impact on each other in our community. It's all about being part of something bigger than yourself, and Brenda Benish does just that. She has devoted many hours of public service and has been involved in giving hundreds of thousands of dollars back to the community. It's more than being an insurance agent. She's our friend and as well as our Modern Woodman agent. Certainly, we recognize her for giving to the community. She's located at 106 South State Street. Her phone number is 870-217-3684. Brenda Benish, Modern Woodman of America.
Hounds will punt on 4th and 30. It's a good snap. It's a high snap. Cash is going to have to just jump on it. That is not what you want.
We haven't done that all year.
If you're a Greyhound, you do not want to see that.
Well, I'm going to tell you as a former snapper, I did it in the semifinals of a state championship game in Conway, Arkansas in 1972 with the football game on the line and us leading 3-0. Ben Black did it when he was a snapper in a big football game here at Mariana. Grant Black did it a couple times and he was a snapper. Sometimes it just happens.
Well, my son was a snapper for North Little Rock all 3 years.
Did it ever happen?
In Jonesboro. In the pouring down rain.
It just happens.
Luckily, they bailed his butt out and ran away with the ball game over there.
Man, we got a hold here.
Yeah.
My goodness.
1st and 10, ball at the 18-yard line for the Seminoles. There's the snap, fake, reverse. Great job staying at home.
Clock stops at 31.5 seconds left.
Give him 3 on the play, make it 2nd and 7, ball at the 16-yard line.
Osceola has a lock 3 points here.
I don't know. I saw him sneaking them.
And the last PAT he attempted, we blocked, so.
I'm just hoping they try a field goal, don't get a touchdown.
There's the snap. Quarterback going to roll out to the right. Here comes O'Shea. Oh, he just missed it. Great job, Joe Brodus.
Down in bounds by number 44, Joe Brodus.
Osceola is out of timeouts.
And the clock is running.
The official clearly on the far side stopped the clock. He clearly did that. The kid was down inside in play.
And then fumbles.
They were in motion.
He's just going to throw it deep. Going to throw it up. Garrett Body incomplete, and that'll do it here at half. Hounds leading 14-13.
Well, I think the Hounds get a huge break right then, and Anyway, Coach Mark Heisley wants to come out and talk to the official about something. He's out there on the field right there. Has some discussion about what happened, or we don't know. So it's halftime. It's time for the Scott Wood Ram Truck Center halftime report, and we'll be back after that. Scott Wood Ram Truck Center. We're in Newport, Arkansas with Richard Buffalo, and we get to visit each and every Friday night because it's Greyhound football and the Hounds are at home tonight. You just watched a great first half. We hope. We don't really know since it's about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon when we film, but It's the Hounds tonight, Hounds in Osceola, and that's always a good one, Richard.
It's football weather.
It is today, isn't it?
It's cool.
Tell us about the weather we have here right now. Tell us about it.
Cold.
Cold. It's very cold.
Don't need one word to sum that up. It's cold.
It's about 45 degrees, and it's just a raw cold. But but the deals are hot at Scott Wood Ram Truck Center.
They are.
Tell us about what we got going on.
So we're finishing the month out. We still got Ram Power Days going. Got some great discounts on new trucks. Got some great used inventory when it comes to trucks too. Of course, we've still got the cars and SUVs. So we've got a lot to choose from.
Hey, Richard, we talked about, hit on this several weeks ago, or maybe last week. I want to talk a little bit about the financing end of it. It's real crucial that people understand how that goes, how the process goes. Tell us what, I come in, I said I find a car, I like the car, we like the price, and the payment's going to be this. How does the process work from there to getting it financed?
So it's real simple. You just sit down, we get some information from you, your work history, where you live, and just put it together and send it to the bank. We run your credit, and then based on that, we know which bank to send it to. So it's a pretty quick process.
Banks tell you what they'll do
That's
on
right.
interest rates, and some banks are better than others.
Right.
And then you give the option. I mean, of course, with a customer, you tell the customer, here's the lowest one I can get. It's not an option of, do you want 9.9 or 3.9?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
You can certainly get 3.9,
But banks are real competitive, so you're going to get a good interest rate no matter what you're looking at. So
good deal. Deal. We always want to talk about our inventory here on the show and talk about not only what we have here, but what we have at our other locations, because we have a full line of used vehicles to pick from.
We do. We've got lots of used Ram trucks. We've got lots of used Jeep Wranglers right now, which is kind of unusual. We've been a little low on them in the past, so we're stocked up on those right now. A little bit of everything. Though it's hard to pinpoint one thing, but you can go to scottwoodchrysler.com, check out all of our inventory online. And if you see something you like and you think it might be in Batesville, give us a call. We'll get it over here. So
yeah, all y'all have to do is call up there and ask somebody to bring it down, and they'll take something back. And
that's right.
You're swapping inventory a lot. But boy, I look at some of the used inventory that you have right now. You've got a great selection here to choose from.
We really do.
And if you don't like what we have right here, you can take them right into the computer and say, look, let's look at some other things that we have.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
My friend, good to see you on a nice, cool Friday afternoon. That's actually cold. It's just 45, and that doesn't sound cold, but when it was 80 yesterday.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference. Richard Buffalo, Scott Wood Ram Truck Center. We're in Newport. Come see us. Folks, I want you to remind everybody that you can always watch our Facebook Live videos at the beginning of the football game, at the halftime of the football game, and at the end of the football game. And they're all sponsored by Mark Martin Power Sports and Marine up in Batesville at Ramsey Mountain. We've got a heck of a football game going on here. If you just joined us, 14-13 in favor of the Newport Greyhounds. The difference, a blocked extra point, Hayden.
It was just an effort play by O'Shea Pruitt. I saw when we lined up, usually we have a safe man or a few guys laying off to the side, and we had everybody pinned back and going. And their kicker, he's a tremendous kicker. And right there, you just get a one and scored up for the Hounds, take the lead.
Brian Prince coming into the second half. The Hounds will kick off to Osceola. What's the game plan coming out?
Game plan is keeping them out of the end zone on this first possession, because that a lot of times that sets the tone for the rest of the game, and they have to bow up right now because the last couple of series did not work on either side of the ball. Thank goodness they were able to keep them out of the end zone that last possession before halftime. It's just time, it's all about who wants to stay at home and play and who don't.
Yeah, this is just a classic football game, 14-13. It's what we expected. We expected these guys to have athletes at every position like the Hounds do, and Osceola does that. And Hayden mentioned earlier about possibility of onside kicking, the way these guys lined up. Who knows, would it come right here or not? I rather doubt it, but it could be a possibility. But their kicker is one of those guys in the close ball game that you looked at could make the difference in this football game, but we blocked the big extra point on their special team, so it's huge in the football game right now. The Hounds to kick to Osceola, and Hayden, it's just going to be a dogfight for the rest of the way.
Absolutely. We expect this coming in this game, the way the Hounds capitalized last week, doing some different things, and Osceola was prepared for the things that we're going to bring, and right now it's just going to come down to who wants it more.
Harris Ford kickoff. Visit Harris Ford in Newport.
Kickoff fielded right around the 25-yard line. And Spencer Murphy going to make the tackle at the 43-yard line.
Good to see him and Alberto Garcia running after that returner.
We'll see how Osceola comes out. We've seen some different looks. Seen a little bit of wing tee and then spreading it out. And they did the quad bunch set over here, and then they had 4 guys in a row. A lot of different things from this offense. It's 1st and 10, ball at the 43 to start the second half. Here's the snap and handoff to the outside. Julius Clark, great job. And that's what you teach them right there. By staying in his hip pocket, holding on to him, and letting everyone else come in and make the play.
And guys, a couple of things that I could mention to you is that the penalties. We had a couple of offensive penalties that really negated some big gains for us, and we just got to stay away from the offensive penalties.
2nd and 8 for the Seminoles. He's going to pass. Throws a bullet right at the 50-yard line. Make it 3rd and 3 for Osceola. And Randy C. getting them fired up on the PA system. Big 3rd down right here for the Hounds. Try to go dead play. Hounds do not fall for it. Here's the snap, just a fake. Throws it to 85. He drops it. That's one of those iffy ones. Did he catch it, and was it a fumble?
I think it went straight. I think it got to his body. He didn't catch it with his hands and dropped straight on down.
Well, this is a big play call right here with the ball at the 50-yard line. And it looks like they're going to bring a heavy set in and go for it with 4th and 3. One snuck on the field right here at the very end.
Yeah, confusion. They've got to tie it in. Is he covered? Is he uncovered? 4th down and 3.
There's the snap. Just going to keep it 3.
Nope,
we'll
didn't
see
get it.
The spot. Don't think he got it.
They marked him at the 48, and they had to get inside there.
Tremendous pursuit by the Newport defense if we come up with another hold. Boy, we saw it several times last year, and time after time after time again, the Hounds
Newport ball
have done it defensively on 4th down. I want to remind everybody about O'Shea Pruitt being named the Hooten's Offensive Scholar Player of the Week last week. What an honor for O'Shea Pruitt. Hooten's football covering high school football as well as anybody in the state of Arkansas, and they have for many years. But the Scholar Athlete of the Week went to O'Shea Pruitt from Newport, Arkansas. Come on, Hound Dogs, let's score right here. Get us some numbers.
That's a tremendous honor for O'Shea.
Yes.
1st and 10 for the Hounds, ball at 48. Hand off to Monquel Cox. Monquel just picked up and brought down.
10:28 and counting. Hounds with their first possession of the second half. Up 14-13.
Give him 2 on the play, make it 2nd and 8, ball midfield.
You just see on this play, and we've run it several times tonight, that just real quick, what looks like a read, and you could just see the Osceola defense they're selling out on where us handing off the football. We got to have some play that comes off that play.
Down the center of the field.
There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. He's got a man.
There it is.
Julius Clark. Great catch, Julius Clark.
Down the center of the field.
And Brian Prince called it.
You know, you can use that. They have.
Make it first down for the Greyhounds.
14-13, the Hounds leading here in the second half with 9:50 to play in this football game. Hounds with the football. Come on, Greyhounds.
Ball at the 39-yard line for the Hounds. There's the snap. They're going to get us on a false start. Julius Clark left early.
False start Newport. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Make it first and 15.
Pre-snap penalties.
Field position, it's the difference in this ball game for both teams.
But their coach going forward on fourth down there at midfield, he's got confidence in his defense.
Absolutely.
First and 15 for the Hounds. Ball at the 44-yard line. There's the snap. Cash going to look to pass. Cash going to try to throw it deep, and it's intercepted. He's still on his feet. Garrett Body trying to punch it out and finally tackles him. Cash had Garrett Body on the double move, and then he's hit as he's throwing it deep, and it's picked off, and that's a big play for the Osceola Seminoles.
Not a lot Cash could do there. Once you get hit, momentum's going the other way, opposite of the way you're trying to throw the football. So Osceola with another big play defensively. They have a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and now a pick that puts them in pretty good field position right here. 9:08 to play.
Got to bow up your back, defense.
Trip sets to the bottom of your screen.
First and 10, ball at the 34.
I don't know if we've got this guy covered out here. The second guy.
Osceola will call a timeout.
They didn't get it, did they?
The line judge over here is saying that they did get it.
Timeout Osceola.
They will get it. Timeout Osceola before the play clock expires.
Greyhound boosters include Sam Nicholson Farm, supporting Greyhound athletics for over 4 generations, and more on the way. And Glass Plus, located at 1110 Highway 367 North, handling residential, commercial, and automotive glass. We do mirrors, screens, prints, picture framing, and auto glass repair and replacement. 523-3505. Mark Manning, Shelter Insurance, auto, home, life, and business renters insurance. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Located at 1400 Malcolm Avenue, 523-6514. And B&T Battery, Neil and Keith, the battery guys, located at 2400 Highway 367 North. We handle all types of batteries for your auto, boat, ATV, and golf carts. We do sales and service on golf carts too. Come see the battery guys or call 523-2758 B&T Battery.
First and 10, Osceola, ball at the 34-yard line. There's the snap, handoff up the middle. Great job by looks like Alex Emery's going to hit him first.
Our defense stayed home. They didn't get sidetracked by all these receivers out here to the bottom side.
We've done a pretty good job tonight containing that speed.
Same play, and let me tell you what's going to happen right here. They're going to fake the 3, and 4 is going to carry the football coming this way. What I've been talking about Newport doing all night.
2nd and 8. There's the snap, fake.
Close.
He's going to throw the screen play, and finally brought down. One has been a heck of a ball player for Osceola.
Big hit, Newport Auto Body Shop collision.
O'Shea Pruitt.
George Kell Motor Company player of the game, and in the Subway coaches report. At the end of the broadcast, Osceola on the move. Great hands by Osceola receivers.
First and 10. There's the handoff to 3. 3 trying to get outside. 3 makes a guy miss. 3 stiff arm.
Flag out there for some reason.
There is a flag. Do you think? Did he get in the end zone is the question.
Well, we don't know.
He's marking him at the 1.
Tremendous run by that guy with O'Shea Pruitt on him. Face mask on the offense.
That was on the running back himself. $8:10 to go here in the third quarter. Hounds still leading 14-13. Osceola knocking on the door.
That'll negate the great run and push the football back to the 16, Randy C. says.
Very elusive runner. He's fast.
Hard to catch, too.
Mustard and ketchup.
Thus elusive. Still some discussion on the field. Let's get it marked for play. 8:10 to play third quarter. We still lead 14-13. I might have said we trailed a little bit ago. We lead 14-13 in the football game.
First down for the Seminoles. Here's the snap, fake. Quarterback looking to throw. He's pressured, trying to get outside. Then just dumps it off. It's incomplete pass.
Big time pursuit.
2nd and 7.
.803 remaining in the third quarter, 14-13. Julius Clark was on coverage and saw where the quarterback was going to run. Then he had to vacate to come up to try to make a tackle, and they were throwing to the guy that Julius had to vacate there.
2nd and 7 with the ball on the 16-yard line. Here they go under center, just a toss play to 3. Zane Watkins, great job, and he's going to cut cross backfield. Dalton Phillips going to miss him, and then here come the Hounds. He is a very elusive runner, like Brian said. Cut backfield. But it's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, it's got to be first. They had third down and 7 to go from the 16. So they had to get at least to the 9 to get a first down. So I think they went further in than that. First down and goal from the 8. This official on this side calls more timeouts to go discuss something than.
Well, I mean, that's got to be a first down. So what's the point in stopping? Yeah, first down.
Hounds need a stop.
And you hear the defense and offensive chants from both crowds. I love it. Both fans are showing support for their teams. And it's first and goal for the Seminoles. There's snap, fake handoff, just a little dive play. Great tackle, Garrett Body. And Garrett is fired up.
Well, they faked the sweep to the right side and ran a little inside trap play.
Stay at home and do your job. Great job.
Great job, great tackle.
For nothing. 6:45 remaining here in the third quarter. 14-13 in favor of the Hounds. Second down and goal from the 8.
There's the snap, just a handoff up the middle. Julius Pruitt's going to bring him down.
Get to the 6, maybe the 5. Going to get him to the 5. Now third and goal from the 5.
Third and goal. All right, Greyhound fans, let's give them some help.
And as you hear the fans, big third down for both teams right here. Now going under center. Watch it. 3, here he comes in motion. The eye for him. There's the snap. Just going to hand it off to 3. 3 getting outside. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, you knew that he was going to be involved somehow, some way.
But he was going forward before the ball was snapped. I mean, you knew he was going to get the ball. He was antsy.
Their kicker comes out, and now he goes out, and they're going to run looks like the swinging gate on a 2-point conversion.
Oh, we're back at the circus.
They're going to run a play from here.
The coach might like what they got. They're just going to hand it off to 1. And he gets the 2-point conversion. It is good.
Great coaching by those guys and great coaching by our guys, because we had a guy there to make the stop and we just couldn't make the tackle. So good strategy from both sides. 5:29 to go. The Seminoles go up 21-14. I want to remind everybody about Lou Allen and Company, the Lou Allen family, accounting services and tax preparation, planning, management, consulting services, and payroll, representing 3 generations of Greyhounds, located at 407 Walnut. Call 523-6764. John Minor Jr. Crop Insurance at www.johnminorcrop.com. Give John Jr. a call at 501-207-3323. Check them out on Facebook, their Facebook page at John Minor Crop Insurance and Real Estate. Call Deborah at 523-8909. Doyle Farms, Doyle Family Farms, saluting the Newport Greyhounds. The Doyle family is extremely involved in the Greyhound programs from Pee Wee to senior high hounds. Go Hounds from the Doyle Family Farms. So another Harris Ford kickoff coming up. Harris Ford, you can see all their inventory on their website at harris-ford.com. You'll like what we do at Harris Ford.
And he's going to kick it deep. Another deep kick. Tydrell going to field it inside the 5. Tydrell looking for somewhere to go. Tydrell brought down inside the 15. I bet you their coach said, hey, don't kick it to 2 anymore.
Absolutely.
And in that case, when you've got speed on speed, you got to come upfield, because we had some open land back this direction.
And Tydrell still down.
5:22 to go, third quarter. Osceola has answered our 14 with 21 straight. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, and one high snap, which gave him tremendous field position. The other one a pick. Then they got a touchdown on a fumble recovery in.
Yep.
So they have been opportunistic on their opportunities.
You can't do that with good teams. And this is a good team right here.
Well, what the Hounds have got to do right here, they've got to get some positives. You've got to see some momentum back.
Ball at the 14-yard line for the Greyhounds. 1st and 10. There's the snap and the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. David, I was watching it because you said it earlier, quarterback Keith 3, who's an outside linebacker, walked down and he just took off on the top side of the screen and just took off and was expecting the dive play there.
Yeah, Cash, if he bootlegs come around this direction, he's still running.
Yeah, 5, the defensive end here, selling out. I mean, they're all selling out because all we've shown on that play is that we're just going to give it to the running back.
2nd and 10 for the Hounds. There's the snap. Cash handed off to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus following some blocking. And Joe Brodus brought down right about the 21-yard line.
Good play there. That play designed to go outside, a little bit different look.
They get 3rd and 4 for the Hounds.
Now, this is a big third down right here. You do not want to give them the ball back with the momentum that they have.
No, because if you get a 30-yard net punt, they've got the football at the 50-yard line. Yeah, 3rd and 4. This is huge in this football game right here.
You expect them to bring pressure, also a dead count, and that's what Cash will do. Look at the sideline for the play. 5 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. Just run a slant to Garrett Body. Just through his hands.
A little high. Pass was a little high. Had to leap up. It was a catchable ball, but it just didn't work. So the Hounds will have to punt with 3:46, and we're going to have to call on our defense to get a stop. .346 remaining here in the third quarter. 21-14. Osceola will put no one back.
Right now is when we need the good snap. Got to have a good snap and a good kick.
And there goes 3 back deep now for the Seminoles. There's the snap. Good snap. Cash with a good kick. Fielded at the 46.
So they'll start with great field position here.
3:41 to go, third quarter. Osceola leading 21-14. Newport came out 14-0. Osceola has answered with 21 straight. Got several homecomings in town tonight. Couple of classes. It's time to strap it on right here, fellas.
Well, it's a must-stop situation for the Greyhounds, especially from a momentum standpoint.
1st and 10, ball at the 46 for Osceola. There's the snap, just going to hand it off to 3. 3's got a crease. 3 still on his feet.
Might want to tackle him.
Great run.
Kid made a move right at the line of scrimmage that was absolutely phenomenal.
Coach Hines is going to call a timeout right here.
Good timeout.
And I'm sure he's going to tell him, look, you can't arm tackle that
That's
guy.
right. You can't. And he was running through a windmill.
Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware. We are more than just a building center. We have paint, we have carpet, Carhartt clothing to go along with everything you need for building projects. From minor repairs to major renovations, think Ace is the place on Highway 367 North in Newport, the Churchman family. Iberia Bank, located at 200 Olivia Drive here in Newport, offering all types of banking services. Billy Keating and the crew say good luck to Coach Mark Hansley and the Newport Greyhounds, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Howard's Glass Company, Rick Bass carrying on the great tradition of Howard Bass of quality glass door and window needs. Fast, friendly, affordable service. We'll get the job done quickly at Howard's Glass Company. 367 North in Newport, 523-3771. Mark McGoy and Family Farms, for many years being Greyhound supporters. We thank them so much for being a sponsor here, a booster on our broadcast. And Purdy's Flowers and Gifts, John and Sheridan Chadwell, gifts and beautiful flowers for all occasions, including birthdays, weddings, holidays, baby showers, housewarming gifts, and other special occasions.
First and 10 for the Seminoles. The ball at the 22-yard line. There's a snap, handoff to 3.
18-yard line for Osceola.
Right now, their offensive line and number 3 are getting the best of our defensive line and our linebackers.
He'll get 3 there, 2nd down and 7 with 3:10 to play third quarter. We trail in the football game 21-14, led 14-0 at one time. 21 unanswered by the Seminoles, as Brian has mentioned a couple of times. Got to get a hold.
There they come, that wing tee. Here's the snap, just a dive up the middle. Finally blow the whistle at the 15-yard line. Another big third down for the Hounds.
All right, fans, it's third down. Let's get them set.
3rd and 3 is where they'll call it.
Here comes a pass. Or they're going to run number 3 the other direction.
Trip set to the left.
The tight end to the right. There's the snap. And 3 up the middle. Get him to the 10-yard line. Got to be first down.
So if the ball is anywhere over that 10-yard line, it's first and goal. I don't think they can get it is first and goal. They cannot get a first down here. 1:48 clock moving. The Seminoles lead 21-14, third quarter action.
4 plays to get 10 yards for the Seminoles. Here's first and goal. Snap. Just a counter to 3. Then bring down at the 5. Make it second and goal for Osceola.
Terrell Brown and Jr. is just, he's running wild.
Here we go with the swinging gate formation again. Will they just throw a little quick pass to number 1 and see if they can get enough blocks?
There's the snap. 3 going to keep it. There's the option. And 8's just going to run over and get in the end zone. Touchdown, Osceola.
$27 now to 14 in favor of the Seminoles. Hounds have their work cut out for them.
Looks like we're bringing the pressure again. There's the snap.
Almost got it.
Hayden Watkins almost does, but the kick is up and it's good. Osceola 28, Newport 14.
I want to remind everybody that Sophie's Jewels at 114 Ray Street, Charlie Southern Tees, and you can order online at sophiesjewels.com. Also some vintage ASU t-shirts, Razorback t-shirts at Sophie's. Drive by there and check them out on sophiesjewels.com. George Kell Motor Company will bring you the play of the game. And of course, Bratcher Real Estate is the one we talk about when we score touchdowns, and we talked about them a little early and talked about them much. We need some touchdowns. We need some points.
You know, 2 things I've seen this year that I haven't. One thing I've never seen is that kicking off the tee as a punt, and I hadn't seen this, this circus formation in quite a while.
Well, it's been effective.
You got athletes like that, and that's true. That's old school coming out in me, I guess.
And here is the kickoff, low kick. And Ty Drill's going to field it inside the 5. Ty Drill going to get across the 20-yard line.
Still haven't heard a whistle. Never heard one.
No.
Never heard a whistle. And I will say this. It's just unusual for there's 5 guys out there for somebody not blow the whistle.
Especially the way this guy close to us has been calling it.
Because the rule states that the whistle blows the ball dead. If there is no whistle, it doesn't matter where it is, it's not dead. Shouldn't be.
First
Come on,
and 10,
Hounds.
ball at the 26. There's the snap to Monquel Cox to get outside. Monquel. Monquel going to pick up a few on the play. Have to score right here. On this drive, you have to score.
Absolutely must drive, no doubt. 28 seconds remain here in the third quarter. 28-14 in favor of the Seminoles. They've just been very good on both sides of the ball.
2nd and 7. Here's the snap. Monquel up the middle. Give Monquel a few.
2 of the ones that they've scored, 2 of their touchdowns, we aided.
Absolutely.
That's the difference in the ball game.
It's going to bring up the end of the third quarter and start your fourth quarter with Osceola 28, Newport Greyhounds 14.
Well, the Hounds had the 14-0 lead, and then Osceola cut it to 14-13 going into the half. It's been a lot like last week where the Hounds didn't get anything in the second half. Got 28 in the first half, none in the second half. The Hounds got 14 early in this football game and hadn't had much since then. And it's been a second half of poor field position. First half, we had a few errors that cost us. We've had some errors here that have cost us. But the Hounds just got to keep plugging right here. You got to get a first down, 3rd down and 4.
Rivercrest is leading Manila 48-6. Our opponent next week at Manila on Thursday night again. They moved it back from Friday to Thursday.
So you're going to get to make it?
I'm going to get to make it. Yep, I'm excited. I thought I was going to have to miss Friday night's game, but not going to happen.
3rd and 4 for the Hounds. Try to go dead play there. Osceola does not fall for it.
Just well disciplined and well coached.
There's the snap, going to look to pass. Got a man, Zaywin Smith, great catch.
Oh, man.
Zaywin took the hit as well. 7.
Nice pass and catch. He made good catches last week, too.
Yeah, the young man has shown that he can be a contributor in this offense.
Big first down right there for the Hounds.
Cash brings the play in from the sideline.
Yeah, you asked for that one, Hayden. Early on, you asked for it.
I watched him. 7 plays to make sure. 1st and 10 for the Hounds. There's a snap, just an outside run for Monquel. Monquel still trying to get outside. Big hit right there for Osceola. And they play a physical brand of ball at Osceola. You can give him 2, make it 2nd and 8. Ball at the 46-yard line for the Hounds.
We got to get a little more urgency going right now with 11 minutes to go. You're not going to have a whole lot of possessions.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Zaywin Smith by himself at the top. Here's the snap, looking to pass. Throws it right through an Osceola defender's hands.
He tipped it just enough to keep O'Shea from it. 10:49 to go, 4th quarter. Your Hounds trail 28-14.
And 3rd down and 8 coming up. Hounds got to convert. Here comes some pressure from Osceola.
Right, O'Shea off in the flats. Here comes motion. There's the snap. That's
Good
what
call.
they do. I'd have liked to ran it to this side, though.
Yeah, they had 3 guys on that one. They had that one read from the very beginning. Going to bring up a punting situation for the Hounds. Hounds have just got to play some defense and hold Osceola and hope to get to good field position. Got to get a good snap here and a good punt. And if 3 goes back, you punt it to anybody that's back there except number 3.
Good snap. Cash going to punt. Low punt. It's going to be fielded about the 22-yard line. 3 has got some space. Stiff arm right there for number 3, and then he's finally brought out of bounds with a flag.
You know, I will say one thing, looking back at this season, how high school kids react. We hit all 3 of our non-conference opponents in the mouth and won the game. We got hit in the mouth at Hoxie, never recovered. We got hit in the mouth at Piggott, never recovered. A mark of a good team is Osceola. We hit them in the mouth,
yes.
They've recovered.
Yes, very good point.
And that's the difference. Their coach has control of his team. They didn't get rattled.
I think the Hounds are a good football team. It's just this bunch right here that we're playing is an excellent football team.
What a turnaround from last year.
Well, I think the biggest difference, Russell Leggett is a good friend of mine. He was the former coach there. And I talked with Russell before the game, and I told Russell as I watched these guys warm up, I said, Russell, you didn't have the athletes on your field last year that they have this year. And I was right, and he said that's correct. He said, we just couldn't get a lot of the kids out that we needed to get out. And that's what this new coach has done, and Russell gave him credit for that. He said, they have a lot of athletes that I wasn't able to get out there. And Russell Leggett's a good football coach, but the team that he had last year, this bunch right here beat them 45-0. I promise you. Yeah, it's a good football team.
Yeah, what was the score last year's game?
They didn't score. I think it was 42-0.
Was it? Okay.
There's the snap, handoff up the middle. He's met.
Great tackle.
Great job. O'Shea Pruitt.
Yeah, as they have recovered to be a good football team, the Hounds need to recover right here, hold right here, try to put points on the board, then anything can happen. Football game's not over before you just... Osceola's got some huge breaks, but they've created their own breaks. They pick up a fumble and run it in for a touchdown. They get a pick. You know, we snapped one over our quarterback's head, or was it the punter at the time, and they did the same thing with their quarterback or punter.
We've done it both.
There's the snap. Just going to throw the screenplay again.
Oh, boy, he went out 35. They marked him all the way up to the 39. Wow.
Third and 1. Big third down.
Well, again, they're all big down the stretch, and this is a huge one right here, Hayden, no doubt.
And Osceola bringing in some bigger offensive linemen.
Where's the beef? It just came in.
The Hounds will bring pressure. There's the snap. 3, just going to keep it outside. Tydrell Fryer. Oh, just missed him. Now 3 is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Osceola.
Well, we had him played perfectly. And you just sometimes, you miss tackles because those guys are good. And that guy made us miss a tackle because we had that played absolutely perfectly.
Want somebody down.
We sell out there and bring.
Tydrell.
Well, you can see Tydrell coming across to get there, and he's missed the tackle.
I thought Zane had him. I thought he was going to get him after Tydrell slowed him down. 8:53 to go. Waiting the extra point. It's 34-14 as we speak.
Second time Tydrell's been down tonight. This looks like more than a cramp. What is Manila's conference record?
They beat Walnut Ridge
and Corning.
They get beat tonight, so they're won 2 games.
So next week, I guess, are we playing for the 5th spot? Or are we automatically in? We're going to drop to.
We're going to be back to 3-3.
Yes, sir.
And they will be too, and they have the head-to-head.
We have to beat Manila.
We have to beat Manila
to get in. That's correct. That is correct. To be a 5 seed.
We came in, if we win this and Manila,
well, there's no guarantee for any position.
No.
Not knowing what.
But you have a shot at 3rd.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have no shot.
With this loss, come November 10th, if we beat Manila, we're on the road.
Well, and if we lose here, 8:53 to go. But I mean, clearly Osceola has
taken control.
Absolutely taken control and really demoralized the Hounds. And now you just got to play hard for the rest of the game and make some positives happen. And I've seen Osceola and I've seen Rivercrest. And I know how many times Rivercrest jumped off sides last week, and that they just were not what I thought was as prepared to play as what this bunch has been. And I'm talking about Osceola.
This bunch right here is going to go a long way.
And when you get into playoffs, it's all about seedings, and it's all about who's on the other side of the bracket, what conferences you draw. But this is a quality football team, and they're well disciplined, and they play hard on both sides of the ball. And they're the opportunities they make. Opportunistic is what the adjective, I guess, would be.
Here's the kickoff. Low kick. Fielded by Tariq. Tariq looking for somewhere to go. Tariq going to get right around the 30-yard line.
Well, I know coming into the game, you talked about this kicker, but I don't see SEC. I mean, due to the kickoffs, he don't have a leg. He's not he might be field goal extra point, but in the SEC, you got to pretty much do them all. And that's just my opinion.
Well, and you kick them, if you kick field goals from 40 to 45-yard line, somebody's going to take a shot at you. But I'm like you, Brian. You got to be able to do some other things too if you're going to,
SEC.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm not down on the boy or anything at all.
1st and 10. Oh. O'Shea catches that, and he's going to run a long way, but it's incomplete.
So important right here for the Hounds to put some positives together to end this football game. I mean, it's 35-14. There's 8:41 to go. There's a lot of time to do some positives.
Yes, sir. With this right here, you're playing for pride now.
Second and 10 for the Hounds. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it just doesn't work. Hi, Benny Boo.
Cash looking to pass. Cash will be brought down for a sack.
And I will say this. Of course, when you're winning like that, the fans have been excellent here in front of us tonight. They've been excellent. And we had a little deal last week, and we got apologies from those folks at Rivercrest, and we thank them for that. It just, in the heat of the moment, things like that happen. And we just kept wondering what happened last week. We just really didn't know.
Hand off to Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus is going to be brought down. Make it 4th and 16.
7:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Trailing 35-14. 4th and 16 coming up. Greyhound's going to punt. Cash dropping back.
White River Medical Center and Medical Complex Newport, lead sponsor here on Greyhound football. After hours clinic. Call 512-2550 for more information.
Low punt, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Woo, lucky to get that one off.
So great field position again for Osceola.
Osceola brought a whale of a crowd.
Yes, brought a great crowd. Great crowd. Guys, it's winning. It's all about winning. This bunch, and I guess they lost to somebody early, did they not?
Yes, they've lost one. I don't.
Yeah. Was it Gosnell maybe?
No, they beat Gosnell because Coach Hinsley said Gosnell got beat by us, Rivercrest, and Osceola.
Right. Blytheville? Maybe Blytheville. I think they might have lost to Blytheville. Hey, they've got a good football team.
1st and 10, ball at the 45 for the Seminoles. Fake handoff, he's looking to throw. Then he's going to throw it to 5. Bullet. He makes the guy miss.
There's blocking back.
And 5 going to be brought down.
Well, the arm strength of their quarterback is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I think they got it called there. It happened right in front of the ref.
And last year when we played Osceola, I walked in the home side at Osceola, and there wasn't 15 fans there.
That is correct.
And like you said, if you start winning, people will start to come.
Absolutely.
As we saw it 2 years ago, we had kind of a down season when
Sure.
we won 10 games, and last year go to Harding Academy and you couldn't fit another person in
That's
there.
right. That is right.
So,
Subway Coaches Show immediately following the broadcast. And of course, Joe Brodus in the clubhouse for the Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week.
On the offensive side.
Yes, sir.
Gotta love it.
Hounds will just have to regroup.
there's a flag on the play.
Probably gonna cost them 5 more. Oh.
Offsides on Osceola.
.6:41 to play in the football game. Osh leads at 35-14.
Osceola lost the first game of the year to Blyville, 29-21.
Wow.
And Blyville's a really good 5A football
They sure
team.
are. Sure are.
Well, they regrouped and they're in the midst of a real good season. And Russell Lane was not kidding. That number 3 is a excellent football player, both sides of the ball. Darrell Brown Jr.
First and 13 for Osceola. There's the handoff, jet sweep. They're going to throw another flag.
Yeah, there are 2 of them moving at the same time.
Ball start against Osceola.
So this will be the last home game of the year for our seniors. On the road to Manila on Thursday night. I have no idea their working facilities over there. I do have a good friend that teaches over there. I'll call him and ask him. Now the referees want to get together and talk about what?
I mean, we're 6 minutes to go in this game, and it's 9:22.
And telling 61 to get off the field. He obviously said something he shouldn't have.
Could have had some blood on him or something. I don't know what happened there.
There's the snap. He still fields it, then he's just going to throw it to deep to 3. He's going to catch it, make Garrett miss, and he's going to walk in the end zone. 3 made that play. He's a heck of a ball player. Touchdown, Osceola.
Well, before we recovered, I mean, the quarterback liked to have fallen down. And then when you look up, 3 was 15 yards behind us. And then they threw the ball just up because he was under pressure and trying to get it away. And that allowed us to try to recover. I mean, when you leave a guy that wide open, I mean, bad things are going to happen for you.
I'll tell you one thing, if Osceola plays like they did this second half the rest of the year for 4 quarters,
They're pretty tough.
they're going to be a really good contender.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a snap. It's a block kick.
Second one tonight has been blocked. 5:43 to play in the football game. 41-14 in favor of the Seminoles. And man alive, when it was 14-0, I thought, hey, look at these Greyhounds. Game of football, it just happens.
41 unanswered.
Yep.
Now they have to go back and fix those that special team miscues, the 2 of them. That's what they'll have to work on this next week.
Osceola and Rivercrest this Friday night, Newport and Manila. You would think coming in that obviously you'd think Oce would be the favorite against Rivercrest and Newport would be a favorite against
Manila. But I tell you one thing, Osceola and Rivercrest, you can throw out the records, the schedules, grandmas and grandpas. It's going to be a war over there. But I know who I'd bet.
Game at?
I'm not sure.
I'll find out.
That could be the difference in the outcome of where it's at. There's another kickoff. Going to kick it deep to Tydrell Fryer. Tydrell looking for some space. Tydrell still on his feet. Tydrell finally brought down at about the 34-yard line.
Some of the younger players now excited about getting on the field for Oce, and I like that. Newport's own Tracus Donaldson, junior high coach over there, spoke to Tracus before the football game, and our junior high football team finished a 9-0 season last night. 7th grade bunch is undefeated on the year. We've got kids coming.
There's a handoff to Joe Brodus to the right side. And Joe Brodus crossed the 50. Joe Brodus still on his feet. Joe Brodus fumbles the ball, and Osceola's going to jump on it.
Well, you can't fault Joe Brodus for the effort. 5:23 to play in this football game, and Hounds trail 41-14. It's been all Osceola. Thought 3 was coming off the field limping. He was just coming off the field dancing on one leg. Tremendous athlete. Name Brown, Darryl Brown.
Darryl Brown.
Good thing is we don't have to see him next year because he's a senior.
Woo. Kid's a hoss. What year's the quarterback? Number 4.
He's a senior as well.
Yeah, he's a player. I'm telling you, he makes this bunch go. He makes this bunch go.
He directs traffic. He puts them where they're supposed to be.
Osceola will call a timeout.
Yeah, Osceola's trying to get a second-team offense together, and he's trying to make sure that everybody's in the right position. Of course, they started the 25-second clock, and they called the timeout to prevent themselves from losing 5 yards. One thing you had mentioned, you saw Kobe McCoy kicking some before the game. Wonder what the status is on that young man. You know, we lost him early on with a broken leg. And
Lone Oak wasn't. I think we lost him, didn't we? Lone Oak?
Yes. And, you know, there was some hope at one time that kid could recover and be ready to go by playoff time.
That's what I'd heard one time.
And the one thing you do, you get into this time of year and you're not anywhere near in physical shape, in playing shape, even if you do get to come back.
I'd take him out there.
Yeah,
what he's got.
He could help us down the stretch. Yeah.
There's the snap, just a handoff to 32, and he's finally brought down.
They do more stiff arming as running back as a group than anybody we've seen all year.
Yeah, well taught.
Yes. I mean, they've got serious separation. The only time it's hurt them was they were going in for the touchdown, and they got the face mask called against the running back when he drug him out of bounds.
Under 5 to play, 4:50 to play in the football game, 41-14 in favor of the Seminoles. Running clock here.
2nd and 7. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. There's 7 trying to get outside, but there's a flag. Quarterback checking in the ball game for them. Number 7 is a junior, so more than likely going to be your starting quarterback next year for the Seminoles.
I love the Facebook picture after last night's football game. Of course, Trakus Donaldson is bigger Greyhound as there's ever been here. I mean, he's just a big Greyhound guy. And anyway, figure with him and Ricky Morales, and Ricky's giving him the number 1 sign, and Trakus is giving the number 2 sign.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's just a class act. That's pretty good on Trake's part.
Second and 12 after the penalty.
Calling the play in from the sideline. All 11 guys looking to get the play from the sidelines. Got a system that's installed to work for them.
There's the handoff. Dalton Phillips is going to bring him down.
4 minutes to play. 41-14 in favor. It's been Seminoles since the halftime, since they scored to go up 21-14.
I believe 43 was a really good running back from last year for Osceola in junior high. Real physical runner.
Hey, well, we'll probably move some 9th graders up this next week, won't we?
This week should.
That sideline will look a little bit fuller like it did last year.
There's a handoff to 43, and he's brought down by Zane Watkins.
Our kids are still playing hard. Give them credit for that.
Brings up 4th down. Looks like the punt team will come on for Osceola.
I will safely say this is the longest game of the season so far. We're at 9:30.
I remember some of those years where we throwing that football on every down and get out here at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
I'll have to stop by Sonic after this.
Oh, I'm going to.
There's a snap, low snap. There's the kick. And Tydrell's just going to let it roll.
You know, I've been trying to stay away from the bread and everything.
Yes. Yeah, you've done well.
And you can go through there and order you a double with bacon and have them drag it through the garden for you and leave off the bun. You can eat healthy there, dude.
You know what I do? I get a supersonic chili dog, foot-long chili dog, no bread, extra hot dog, and eat it with a fork.
You know what I did tonight right here at Greyhound Field?
What's that?
I ordered a Frito pie, hold the Fritos.
Yes, sir.
And had Miss Donna Nance McGee cut up me a hot dog in that bad boy for my dinner, and it was excellent.
I've done it, my friend. I've done it. And congratulations on your efforts. You've been CrossFit training for several weeks now.
Thanks to Bobby Bailey and Steve Psycho Wilson and Trey Hare.
Well, no, thanks to you.
Yeah.
Thanks to you for getting. Hey, those guys have been doing it. I know they're helping you out, but boy, that's just I'm excited for you. And
I've lost more inches than I have weight.
Right.
Yeah. So
well, it'll come. It'll come.
It's a lifestyle change.
I was in the doctor's office yesterday. Of course, I knew about what I weighed. Right before I stepped on the scale, and I said, 226. I'll be right on the knot. And I knew I didn't weigh that much. He said, well, 216, you're doing well. You've lost some weight. Well, not really.
Then they go to the chart and say, oh, yeah, you're funny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, you were 213 last time.
Hey, just got a text from Russell. The game is at Rivercrest.
Okay.
So, and he said, hope it rains all week because they still play on grass over there.
Right.
Osceola has the turf and they have the grass over to Cotton Patch.
So after the timeout, bring Greyhounds out 1st and 10. There's a snap. Mitchell Thomas in the ball game at running back. Mitchell,
holy mackerel,
who does have some speed.
What class is he?
He's a junior.
No.
I thought you were talking about Russell.
Yeah.
He's used up his eligibility.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what?
His eligibility ended at the
83?
Air Force Academy, huh?
Yeah, man. What year did he graduate? 83?
85, because I graduated in 86.
85.
And then we were college roommates at UCA.
Well, you talk about a heck of an athlete.
There's a handoff to Mitchell.
Russell Lane could play. He could do it all.
Football, basketball, and baseball,
Yes, sir.
and track.
Yes, sir. He could do it all.
Another first down
2 minutes, 2:09 to play.
for the Hounds.
You know, the longer I'm back home here in Newport, I start seeing, you run into James Dixon. You remember, how frail James Dixon was. And
he's not at his playing weight.
No, he's not at his playing weight.
He's not at his playing weight. He knows that.
There's Mitchell up the middle again.
But I tell you what, going back to the CrossFit stuff, Bobby Bailey and Psycho and Steve, they could still go out and lace it up. I mean, them boys in shape.
Well, there's no question. I could lace it up. I just couldn't do anything with it after I laced it up.
Back. Whew.
2nd and 3 for the Hounds. There's the snap. Just outside run to Mitchell again. Mitchell will be brought down short of a first down.
Just couldn't get the corner. Everybody remember again, next week, said it a couple times, we play on Thursday night at Manila. Same starting time as usual, 7 p.m. Join us for the Mark Martin Power Sports Facebook Live at about 6:20. We're going to have Alton Walker with us next week.
Snap, Mitchell up the middle again. Mitchell trying to get outside. Mitchell's got some space. Brought down.
Going to be a first down to stop the clock for a minute.
Brought down at the 21-yard line. Getting some subs in. Here comes Michael Corbridge. Checking in the ball game, along with Hunter Hurst checking in at one of the guard positions. Luke Samaniego at a guard position. Clemmy Alcorn out there. James Dixon also out there. They blitz. Mitchell's brought down.
Yeah, Osceola and Rivercrest for a conference championship.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, if I wasn't going to be out of town next Friday night, I'd travel right back over to Eastern Arkansas. There will be people there that are just casual high school football fans wanting to see that matchup.
I may go.
There's the snap. Handoff back to Mitchell. Mitchell fumbles the ball.
It's live.
And Osceola does have it.
They're letting the clock go ahead and run out.
Go ahead and let it run out.
Final score is going to be 41-14 Osceola over the Newport Greyhounds tonight here at legendary Greyhound Field.
Well, if you got a dent in your car, you need some body shop work done, we recommend Newport Auto Body Shop. And, of course, the big hit, Joe Brodus. Early offensively, Joe Brodus gets the collision of the week. 41-14 in favor of the Seminoles. Final thoughts, guys?
They just, we hit them in the mouth. We came out 14-0, but they regrouped. That's a sign of a real good coach, real disciplined team. They didn't get scared. They didn't give up, and they brought the wood.
Hayden, got to lace it up next week and play Manila, playing for a shot at playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You got to win that game, so you got to regroup, take some of the positives out of this game and take some of the negatives, and you got to work on both things on what you can do as a ball team to come out and win next week.
Yeah, you get into the playoffs and anything can happen, and that's the goal. I mean, the goal is always to win the conference championship and try to play for a state championship, but, sometimes that doesn't happen. But you still have the goal of playing for a state championship. You still have that goal. And that obviously would be the goal. Guys, we enjoyed it, and for all the broadcast team, we know that Coach Hansley will be up next. Right?
I'm just glad to get to finish the broadcast this week. I mean, Osceola fans, they know how to leave. And
yeah, that's exactly right. Got to finish this week. And it's 41-14, and the Coach Hansley Show and the player of the game is next. George Kell Motor Company, as always, bring you the players of the game, and Coach Hansley always likes to bring up people that have been instrumental in where our program is. This is Luke Samaniego, and this is Alberto Garcia. And Luke, I'll start with you. First of all, not our night is the Greyhounds tonight, and you got to give a lot of credit to Osceola. We came out, we were hot, get 14, but that Osceola bunch had a lot of athletes out there, and they did real well, and we did too. But talk a little bit about Osceola's bunch.
They were just tough guys. They came with a will to win.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Had a lot of athletes out there, no doubt. Number 3's a tough guy to stop. And Alberto, I mean, even in the defensive scheme, I mean, when you look over, those guys had a lot of good athletes.
Yeah, they were some big dudes.
They sure were. Sure were. Luke, we've got one game left in the regular season. We're going to Manila. What's that last regular season game going to mean to you as being a senior?
It's going to mean a lot, knowing that it's the last promised game.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the last one on your schedule. It's a game that we assume we got to win to get in the playoffs. And Alberto, great career here. The thing about it doesn't matter who you draw in the playoffs. It matters that you get to the playoffs. We always talk about we want a good draw, but you got to beat good folks. If you're going to win it all, you got to beat good folks anyway. So we're going to win this week. We're going to get in, and we've got great challenges looking ahead of us. But our bunch is talented enough to get it done. Talk about what this next week will be like as far as your seniors' last preparation during the week for a regular season game. What will it be like?
It means a lot. To think that it could be one of our last games is just heartbreaking. And you don't want that as a senior. You want to go as far as you can. You always want to, look forward to the next week.
Absolutely. Luke, did you ever think that you would be looking at your career and go, it's winding down, it's close, it's almost over?
I mean, it feels like yesterday that I was a sophomore and just starting out. It's crazy.
It is a lot of work in the weight room, a lot of sweat in the summertime, and a lot of work by both of you guys. And Luke, I'll start with you and I ask you this: tell me about school. Tell me about what you're doing there in school, what you like subject wise, and what you plan on doing after you get out of high school.
My favorite subject in school right now is probably a criminal law class that I'm taking online. Good. And after school, I'm going to go to UALR.
UALR?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I think I knew that. I read that on Facebook, or maybe your mom and dad told me, or maybe you told me in church and I forgot about it or something.
Sir.
But Alberto, what about you? What about school? What do you like best?
What do I like best? Probably math, but I'm not even in a math class right now. But,
is that right?
But I'll get in it sooner or later.
There you go. What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
I know I'm going to college for sure. I'm probably going to go to ASUN more than likely, and then transfer after 2 years.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I appreciate y'all taking time to come join us. Just sit right here, and the George Kell Motor Company players of the game and seniors who have meant so much to our football program. Guys, here's the deal. You come, you go, and there's always guys that they say, people say there are guys that replace you.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, but they really don't. They can never replace what you've given to this program, what you've done for the Newport Greyhounds. You'll carry that with you for the rest of your life. Because listen, you're sitting here, you're talking to a guy that's 61 years old, that graduated from high school in 1974, that played for a high school championship in 1972 when I was a junior high school, and I was a Newport Greyhound. And let me tell you, I carry it with me every day, and you guys will too. And congratulations on your great career.
Thank you.
Subway Coaches Report. Coach Mark Hansley, who's the head football coach and athletic director in We Come Win or Lose, and we talk about our kids and how proud we are. And, of course, everybody just saw the interview with Luke and Alberto Garcia. First of all, before we get into the game, seniors' last football game here. Talk a little bit about that, what this senior group has been to our football program.
This senior group has been a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And the reason why is because of the character of the kids. The two that I brought up here right now are very, very good character kids. O'Shea Pruitt, which I brought up a lot.
Sure.
You got Tydrell Fryer, who I've took to different things, and they're a good group that you can root for, is what I always say, because not only are they athletic, they're competitive, and they're great kids. And there's never a question when I look at their grades, if their grades are going to be bad. And just all around just the kids that you want to coach. I mean, they really are. So, and I'll be honest with you, Colby, who, he's been hurt. And a lot of times I talk about, Colby's not getting to play his senior night, because he's not cleared yet. And it's just, they're a good group to root for. That is the best thing I can say about them.
You bet. Well, on a night where we jump out 14-0 and looked like things were going well, and things didn't look too bad even at half at 14-13, and then and then just from an athletic standpoint, those guys just made some plays against us, and you have to give those guys credit. Our hats off to Osceola. Good football team we lost to tonight.
That's a great football team.
No doubt.
And, coming out, we jumped. We got a fast start on them, which we always talk about we want to do. And we did but they come out with a purpose in that second half. They come out, they ran the ball just extremely well. We tried to make a little simple adjustment in there, the one run that got us on the first half, but they come out with a purpose on how they were going to run the football and sprinkle in that pass, and they were very, very effective in that second half.
Everybody talks about 3 and what a great athlete he was, and he showed tonight. I thought 4, their quarterback, had tremendous arm strength, and I really thought that guy was the key to what those guys were doing.
You know what? Getting ready for them, the dangerous thing about them was when the play broke down, they would turn into backyard-style football where they would turn, if they just ran hitches or slants or whatever, they would turn them up, and he would roll out of the pocket, but he was looking to roll out and throw and get the big shot. Well, tonight I didn't see that as much. I saw him rolling out and trying to gain yards with his legs. I don't know if that's because it was cold or they thought it was going to be wet, and that was their game plan. But you saw number 4 really in the first half kind of gain yardage with his legs. And no, you're right. He is that motor to that offense, and he sets them up in good plays and good position.
Our game's on Thursday night this coming week. We go to Manila. I don't guess I've ever been to Manila to a football game in my life, and don't know about the facilities, but we'll go. And obviously a very meaningful football game. Number one, it may be a play-in game.
Yeah.
You got to win to get the playoffs, which we fully expect we're going to be the favorite, and we fully expect we're going to play well.
Right.
And then. Our last regular season game for that seniors that you just mentioned, and to get a chance to get in, and we're not ever satisfied with just getting in. We want to be the conference champ. We want to get the great seed in the playoffs. But to win the state championship, you got to be in the playoffs. You got to get there. You got to get in.
Well, and it's like I've been saying, I guess ever since that Hoxie game is, you just want to get to playoffs. You don't know what's going to happen till you get there because, a lot of this game and people that can win state championships will tell you it's a lot of based on luck too.
Sure.
It's a lot based on your draw. It's a lot based on how just individual games, and we just want to get in the playoffs, and just you never know what's going to come about. So we just got to get there and just be positive and really use that third phase of the season and because it really is do or die every game.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of the pressure you want as a coach and as a player that every game is so meaningful.
Football is athletics, and you and I know this. It's a very complicated game. It is a complicated game, and people will tell you from a coaching standpoint, in simplistic terms, it's execution.
Yeah.
It's execution of a very difficult thing to do.
It is, and I always talk about it. There's 2 parts to it, man. There's preparation, there's execution, and sometimes those things align right, and sometimes they don't. But that's why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
And that's why people watch, what we do. So, it's a fun game, and like I say all the time, it's just a great group of kids to get to do with.
2 years ago, when we weren't doing so well, and we kept talking about kids coming, we had kids on the way, and great run last year. Got a chance to have a great run this year. Had a good football team this year, regardless of what happens down the stretch. Good football team, and have some injuries here and there that really, really hurt us. That we couldn't have any injuries to start the year. We couldn't have any, and we had a couple, and it really hurt us and kind of set us back a little bit. But again, we got help coming. We got athletes coming.
And let me say that. I mean, our junior high group, the adversity that they were hit with, whether it be Abraham, whether it be just that group, man, that is a group to, like I said earlier, that's a group to root for.
Absolutely.
They are just, man, they hit adversity and they push through it, and to finish undefeated and be a conference champ on 7th and in the junior high level.
Absolutely.
And it's great to be a pup. What can I say? And I'm glad they're on our side. So
I am too.
I can't say enough about how proud I am of those guys.
I can't say enough, and I can't say how proud I am of you and your family and being a part of this great Greyhound tradition. I think there's many many years left and disappointed times. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, you can't appreciate the great times till you have some of those disappointing times. You can enjoy them, but if you want a state championship 47 years in a row or whatever, and then the next year, I mean, you got to work. You got to keep working. Like I said, you got to be lucky to win one of those things.
You have to be lucky, and you got to prepare, and you got to execute. It's all the things wrapped into one. Like you said, it's not as simple as what some people think it is, and it is complex, but it is simple at times. And it's just it's a game at the end of the day that we want to win, and that's what drives us.
Brian Prince and I had the discussion last week said, well, you can't arm tackle in this game, and I know the preaching of well, we're arm tackling, we're not arm tackling, but sometimes those guys make us arm tackle because they're pretty good, and vice versa.
No,
sometimes
you're right.
we make them arm tackle.
Because I keep yelling up at Reynolds, and I said, "Man, are we losing our leverage?" And he said, "No, they're running through our tackles." Yeah. And I said, are we arm tackling? We just slinging our arm? And he said, "Yeah, but and you're right. It comes down to a lot of the times the guys can make you arm tackle."
Yes, sir.
And after I go in here and watch, I mean, I'm probably going to see that they were just hard to tackle, and that's why we look like we arm tackled. So, we'll go in there, but and that's a huge part of the defense. I mean, you got to be able to tackle. You got to get in position to tackle and then tackle. So, but that's just one of the many things we need to work on and get better at.
Subway brings you the Mark Hinsley Show each and every Friday night after the conclusion of the ball game, and I enjoy talking football with you, and I wish I could spend more time with you and sit down with you. And I wish we could do a show every day and just talk about the ins and outs of what is a great, beautiful game that. It's dear to my heart. It's what I was telling those kids a while ago. I was a player in the early 70s, and it still means something to me. Every Friday night means something to me. It's something I look forward to. And Ben and Grant been through the program. My two sons got a grandson coming, and he's going to be a Greyhound football player. But there's nothing like a Friday night in Newport, Arkansas at Greyhound Field. And, again, I appreciate you and the direction our program is going. We're going to do great, my friend. Mark Hinsley, good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Go Hounds.